Welcome in, Dan. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. Of course we do. Obviously, in Tay Reid's house, it's a lawless land, especially when it comes to physics. So, yeah. I watched the debate live, and it was a spectacle, that's for sure. Um, yeah, incredible. Okay, so I'm fine. I'm fabulous. I'm dressed in two halves. I'm dressed in business for the top half, and I'm dressed in comfort for the lower half. Oh, any good Zoom meeting. That's it. Welcome in, Latte. Good to see you. Girl, hope you're doing well. I don't know why I'd say it like that, but I hope you're doing well. Ah, it was indeed. Welcome in, Zizi. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing fabulously on this fine Tuesday. Welcome in, Ray Ray. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Just in time for the can. Welcome in, Fresh. Good to see you. I'm not surprised about the mini troll that is Tay. No. I genuinely think he didn't know what was gonna like. He didn't research into Alan Roberts at all. I don't think, because why are you gonna? You'll see in the debate, but you're not gonna change. Where you're not gonna change Alan's mind. And I think that's genuinely what he was trying to do. Oh, yeah, this is the emergency Tuesday edition of Boy World. Because I ain't sitting on this until Saturday. Are you mad? Are you mad, bruv? So yeah, this is the quickest I wanted to do it because obviously, Monday night I'll be tired. I mean, I'm tired all the time, but I'm less tired now. Open your mind. Open your mind, Ellen. You're closed-minded. Okay. Oh God, I can't wait to watch this with you guys. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, honestly, I think that Alan was really light on Tay, and for good reason, because I think if Alan went in hard straight away, the rage quit would have happened a lot sooner, I feel. And we want a good debate. Open your mind. Let my bullshit engage your brain. Okay. Welcome in, Aaron. Good to see you. Yeah, Tay claimed he was doxxed again. Yeah, I think it was definitely diversion tactics. Definitely. He lasted long enough. I thought, yeah, me too. Like, well, I didn't even think he'd turn up, to be honest. But he's clearly that stupid. So, and and it's hilarious that a few people were trying to claim it was Alan that doxed him and released his phone number. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. I mean, I think the call's coming from inside the house. Tay's like, "Hey, D, baby, I don't remember my phone number." Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my God, you doxed me. That's disgusting. There you go. That's legit how it happened, right? Go watch the live he went on after Alan. Unfortunately, TikTok doesn't save the lives, but there is a clip from it. Um, yeah, it's a shame really because he goes live on TikTok and TikTok doesn't save the lives, and I'm blocked on TikTok, and I can't access his account, and otherwise I'd screen grab, but because that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Bit of a live snipe and all that, but no, it's a shame. Are there any blue lobsters in this live? Just Tay. Um, right, so we ready? Here we go. So the title of this is Tay Reid confronts Alan Roberts.
Hello, fine people. How is everybody doing this evening? I'm coming on a few minutes early just so I can make sure that the set is working correctly. I do believe that Tay is going to show. I see bunch of people in the comment section, and I think Tay is going to show. He asked for this from me. I actually, at one point in time, had tried.
Tay doxed himself so he could have a cover story for texting randos. My theory conspiracy, allegedly. Yeah, yeah. Um, I also think the fact that it happened literally like an hour after the Alan Roberts debate probably lends some credence to it being Tay himself.
to join one of his lives on TikTok, and he blocked me. So that's why it's being held on my platform, just in case anybody's wondering, is because why should I go to him when I already tried to confront him on his platform? And he can come here. I am allowing him, like, and by allow, I encourage everybody to do so when they come on my channel. He can link his social medias in. I think the only one he can't link in is TikTok, and that's just too fucking bad. TikTok hates me anyway.
But um, so what was I going to say? Yeah, I think that Taylor has become so block happy, and his mods have become so block happy that this is affecting his bottom line. So he can't get people to watch his TikToks, he can't get people to watch his Instagram because he's legit blocked so many people that there's just less and less room for people to actually watch his videos. I recently got blocked by Taylor on Instagram. I think I did one comment and then that was it. That was a block. The thing is, Taylor, when you're a lolcow, you need all the views you can get, mate. So if you're blocking people that happily, you're going to end up being even poorer.
But I want everybody to know just a few of the ground rules and a few of the things we're going to be doing here. Uh, I am not going to be looking at the comment section at all while Tay Tay and I are talking. There will be a Q&A at the end. The Q&A I will ask you to ask your questions at the end if you have them of him or of me or of anybody. I don't care. I'll go over all this again too. But like I said, just as long as I need some audience participation here real quick. Can you see me?
Yes.
Like, can you see how ugly I truly am? Can you see me? Because if you can see me, let me know. And can you hear me? Because those are obviously very important things, you know. So somebody conversation, it will feel icky. Okay. Oh, hang on. Here's Tay.
Taylor turns up.
Hello?
Taylor, were you able
Hello.
to add your channels?
Yes, I was.
Okay, good, 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 good. So we're gonna get
Notice that Taylor is using slimming filters for this video. Flip. So this probably comes out like here, like more like Popeye. Ugh, 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 ugh. And obviously, what? Look, let's just show this for the one time. Hold on. Let me just put this into your mind so it's fresh, because we need a fresh perspective on Taylor Sowers. Okay. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Paolo. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. So this is what Taylor looks like at £412. And this is what Taylor looks like at about £460. Now, yeah, I think he does use slimming filters, actually. Good morning. Hi.
Started here. It is right on time. Thank you for being on time, young man.
Yeah.
So
Notice that he calls him young man. This is very important. He calls him young man. Young man. Good morning to you.
for those of you that are watching, and this is Tay Reed. From what I understand, I'm just going to call you Tay or Tay Tay or Tay Reed because I know you have had multiple names as you've gone through this whole process. But my alarms went up. That's neither here nor there. Tay has apparently some issue with me calling him a sociopathic grifter, and wanted to come on here and talk to me about it. So I am going to basically leave you to the floor. Now, here's the thing I'm going to ask you. Like I don't know if you heard, but I don't want anybody sending any super chats. Ask your questions at the end. I'm actually turning off the comment section, so I can't even see it now because I have ADHD. But I also want you to understand that whatever anybody else says about you, I have no power over, and I'm not going to answer for those people. So if this is going to
Tay.
be you asking questions about Reddit, I would suggest that we can wait for the end for the Q&A. But I would.
Yeah, so Tate is really hyper focused on the Reddit. And he doesn't see that there are people like me. There are people like Alan, and I'm sure there are other people out there that talk about Tay Reid and his grifting. Um, it's very important for Taylor to realize that there's a world outside of Reddit, and there are going to be some bad actors in the Reddit because, everywhere there are some bad eggs. So, there were people laughing about Taylor being doxxed. There were people asking if he can wipe his own ass. At the end of the day, the majority of the people in the Reddit are trying to make everybody aware of the decade-long grifting that's been going on. And, you know, my platform is dedicated to highlighting people who are tremendous weight loss liars, and Taylor is I dare say Taylor is like the apex of the weight loss grifters. Like any weight loss grifter who wants to grift supremely looks up to Taylor, and he's only 5'2".
Want to know what you personally have objection to what I've said, where you think I'm not telling the whole truth, or where you think it's not being factual. Because I'm very interested in what you feel that I've gotten wrong.
I got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
go.
To me, you know, um, I seen your first video. It was with the Jesse video, and it was
Mhm.
talking. Originally you were upset about Jesse even doing the video with the food in front of us and all
Well,
that
I
type
still
of
am
stuff.
because he's still a piece of fucking shit. So, I mean,
Well, see,
just because
and
just because two people can
that's a
be pieces of
difference of
shit.
opinions.
Yeah.
Like that's a difference of opinions, and that's okay. We don't have to agree. That's what I'm coming up. Like even with us talking, we don't have to agree about everything. But I
I know
think
we don't because we're not going to. So,
facts, yeah. But when you posted that video, I guarantee either you did a deep dive, or I'm sure on the other side of it, you got a ton of people who came from Reddit who were like, "You need to check this dude out. You need to read the Reddit.
no,
You need to read."
I did a deep dive on you.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even find out about the Reddit thread, just to be very clear and honest, until probably a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't think that Alan would be the type of person that scours Reddit. I know he's gone onto the Reddit recently because obviously there's a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of information about all the grifting that um, Tay Reid, Tay Sowers, Lee E has done throughout the years, and quite rightly, Alan doesn't want to talk about the faking cancer because Taylor was a child at the time. But unfortunately, there is more than enough things that have gone on when Taylor turned to an adult that we can go by. The copious amounts of GoFundMe's, using his mum as a reason for one of the GoFundMe's. Change or Die, obviously, is the big one. Faking weigh-ins, slimming filters, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. That's the condescending shit I can't stand about Alan. Just let him fucking talk, he'll hang himself. Yeah. Yeah, I think that there probably should have been a bit like more of Tay talking because, you give him enough rope, he's gonna, catch himself out because he hasn't got a clue what he's talking about.
So, and I joined Reddit because I saw you were commenting in there, so I joined Reddit for it. I wasn't even remember Reddit. So if you want to keep asking questions, I am totally down, but I will gladly clarify any issues that you have. So, and by the way, any person, get back to the Jesse thing, any person that would take an addict to the place where they get their fix and get their fix in front of them, to me, that's an asshole. And if Jesse has anything to say about it, he can gladly come on and I'll put him in his little fucking place too.
Well, but as an addict, you have to know if you're in the right place to be there or not, though. Like, if you're just recovering and you're like, you wouldn't have fast food 3 days ago, then yeah, that's not a smart decision to go.
Young man, you weigh 460 fucking pounds. You're not in any kind of recovery.
That's not true.
It's very true. I work with people like you for a living. You are not in any kind of recovery. If you are still eating in a way that is keeping you this big and has for the majority of your life, you are not in any kind of recovery. You may think you are, you may pretend you are, but you are not.
I haven't had if I tell you I haven't had fast food for 5-6 months, then what would you say? Because that's an act of recovery.
Then you're eating.
Yeah, if he's not been eating fast food for 5 or 6 months, and let's just clarify this here. In the 5 or 6 months that he's mentioned, he has gone from 412 pounds up to 480 plus pounds within that time frame. Like even like not even part of that time frame, like 2 months of that time frame, he went up from 412 to 483, 484, something like that. So for him to say that he's like, yeah, I'm in recovery from fast food, it doesn't necessarily have to have been fast food for him to have gained 70 pounds in a month or so. It could have been potato chips, it could have been chocolate, it could have been like all the kind of stuff that you buy at a supermarket: crisps, chocolate, cupcakes, cake, pizza, kebab, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't. Yeah, he may not have. He may not have been using DoorDash. He might be barred from DoorDash for all the fraudulent stuff he's been doing on there. So his only option is to go to Walmart every day, which they've been going to Walmart very often because it's called a scavenger hunt. So I'm assuming that when the scavenger hunt's over, that's when they buy the real things that they eat. So yeah, I think there is it's lying by omission. He's saying that, yeah, I'm not eating fast food, but it's there. He could have had so many different things. If I was to tell you it's not stating he hasn't had fast food, he was eating fast food while on the crupper, and yeah, he was literally eating McDonald's on the toilet in DDP's house. So that's a bit of a straw man argument, yeah.
Eating an absorbent amount of whole foods then somehow, because when you don't lose weight for a month period of time at your size, you're eating thousands and thousands of calories because reality exists. I coach people with food addiction for a living. I've done it for 10 years. You are not going to tell me that you don't eat 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day consistently
100%.
and not lose weight at your size.
100%.
Okay.
But that's
So,
objective.
that is still food addiction.
So he's saying, like Alan just said, you can't lose weight eating 4,000 to 5,000 calories, which is true. And Tay just said that's objective to you. Taylor, the laws of physics are not subjective. They're not something that is up for debate. It is literally calories in versus calories out. And any kind of diet, whether that be keto, vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, all that kind of stuff, if you consume less calories than you are burning, you will lose weight. So Taylor is saying that he's on 2,300 calories. His maintenance calories are about 3,800. So he's on a 1,500 calorie deficit, right? And he gains weight on that. So how do we reason with that other than that he's a medical anomaly and should be tested by the world's best scientists for how to solve world hunger?
And I have a hard time believing that you're eating 4 to 5,000 calories of whole foods.
But see, but at this
4 to 5,000 calories of whole foods is an incredible amount. Like if you think about like 400 grams of chicken breasts, right, is about 400 calories. How difficult is it to consume 400 calories of chicken breast and still have room for like a ton of things after? It's incredible. Like he must be like Kirby, literally like Kirby. That'd be like me getting drunk and then insisting I only consume non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, exactly. He's just lying. Like it's just a straight up lie. That's all there is to it.
same time, see, here's what I've taken time to listen to you, but I feel like you're not
Hmm?
taking time to actually listen to me. Like,
No, you're
This is the narc talking. I feel like you're not listening to me. And this gets worse as things go on. There's a shit ton of quinoa, yeah.
you're saying to me that you're in recovery, and I'm saying that I disagree.
I can say I'm in
And
recovery.
here's the thing. I'll put this out here for you because I don't want anybody to think that I'm not trying to actually help you. Now, here's the thing. I normally offer people free coaching if I've ever had them in the thumbnail of my video. You don't apply after what you did to DDP, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay.
So Alan Roberts has a blacklist of people he will never coach. And they are they are Foodie Beauty, Amberlyn Reid, Tay Reid, and Will Kelly. That's a very short blacklist. And for Tay to be on that, in that esteemed company, yeah.
But here's what I think you should do. I think you should try to get anywhere from 180 to 180 ounces to 2 gallons of water in a day. Try to front load that 75% on the front end of your day. I think you should call an entire moratorium, likely for the rest of your life, on any ultra processed foods. You should eat steak, chicken, pork chops, pork, ground beef, ground chicken, turkey. You should eat that as whole food as possible with as little nitrates as possible. You should eat anywhere between 2,200 and 2,700 calories a day. If you ate between 20,
He does, though. He claims to eat 2,300, so he does claim to eat that amount of calories a day. So obviously, it's a bullshit. There's no way you can be eating 2,300 calories. See, he's been eating 2,300 calories a day, and he gained 11 pounds overnight. If you gain 11 pounds overnight and you're in a calorie deficit, you need to go to an accident and emergency unit because there is something clearly wrong with your heart, something clearly wrong with your kidneys. But he's like, it's just fluid shifting. Okay, it's just fluid shifting. That's a hell of a lot of fluid. 11 pounds of fluid in what? Less than 24 hours is an incredible amount of fluid to shift. So there are just so many glaring holes in Taylor's argument that I just can't fathom why anybody would believe him. Like literally, how does he have an audience of people that are like, oh my God, Taylor, you tell the truth all the time? Like literally somebody on Taylor's Twitter was like, I love your honesty. Excuse me, where's this honesty? Because I can't see it. Welcome in, Deb. Good to see you. You eat that much and you weigh 170 pounds. Exactly. Taylor weighs almost 500 pounds and he claims to be eating 2,300 calories a day, yet he's struggling to lose like a pound or 2 pounds a week. So there's something clearly wrong, whether that be him being untruthful or he has serious problems with his heart and his kidneys and or kidneys.
2,200 and 2,700
Oh, bloody
calories
hell,
a day
fresh.
consistently for a long period of time, you would lose a dramatic amount of weight. That is roughly anywhere from a 1,500 to 2,000 calorie deficit for you a day. That is anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds a week. So I really do hope that you're able to get a hold of this addiction, but I don't believe that you are. Nothing you're going to say to me can possibly make me think you are. I mean, and that is for your own good, because I'm not going to be one of these people that tries to imply that you are in somehow recovery when you have remained 460 some pounds. The lowest you've ever been was 398 in your adult life, from your own words. And that was years ago. And that was with a crew of people helping you. You're in full, like, I have no doubt that you're in full-fledged eating disorder. You saying you haven't eaten fast food in 5 months? I'm
Yes.
just going to, there's no reason for me to believe that. None.
That I understand that. I mean, you cannot believe it all you want to, but that's the thing is like I feel like you're not having an open mind, and that's okay. That's fine.
You just don't have an open mind. Uh, we're not talking about like the nuances of philosophy here. We're talking about hard and fast nutrition, thermodynamics, calories in versus calories out. We can't, you can't say, you just need an open mind. You can't say that. Welcome in, Bank. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. He does, yeah, he does. He sweats a lot. Like as this goes on, he sweats and sweats more and more and more because he's feeling the heat from this debate, right? Yeah, open up your mind. No, you can't open up your mind to somebody who claims to eat 2,300 calories and can't lose weight. Somebody who claims to have not had fast food in 5 to 6 months and put on 70 pounds in that time frame. I struggle to believe that he's putting on 70 pounds within 6 months because he's eating too many potatoes or too many bits of steak or too many bits of chicken. He has to be eating something that is very calorific. Like, unless he's literally eating bloody chalk and granite. Like, he's literally eating like a chicken, like ingesting food and then eating some stones to go down with it, you know?
Fine. But
Well,
at the end of the day,
I'm going to argue, why would you possibly think I'm going to have an open mind? You can come on and say your piece to me, but this isn't so I can hear you. I understand who you are. I've coached people like you for a
I
decade,
don't
right?
think you
And
do understand who I am.
Yeah, oh, we do understand who you are, Taylor. You're a massive grifter who seems to think that nothing applies to him that applies to the general rest of society. Your guess is butter and frosting. Yeah, I mean, it could be that. Like, he's watched a James Bowler video and said, "Oh my God, I should try that. Do you, baby? Get me the butter, girl." Yeah.
well, I have a pretty good idea that you're an addict that will lie about
Welcome in,
anything to feed
Spacey.
his
Good to see
addiction,
you.
including literally trying to manipulate people that have done nothing but try to help you and make it so you're more successful than you've ever been with your weight loss, and still manipulate them behind the scenes. And
I think that's the semantics of it all. He's not eating fast food or whole food. He's eating junk food. Little Debbie's had it up real fast. Yeah. Um, like if we go through what he has in a day, right? Um, a lot of it is snack food that he eats to get up to 2,300 calories. And a man of his size, sorry, a young man of his size, that's not enough to sustain him. He needs the majority of his diet to be whole foods. When he's going for like, I had some yogurt, I had some rice cakes. Mate, you're not gaining weight on rice cakes, yeah? If anything, you'd be shitting like a good one the day after because there's a lot of fiber in rice cakes. So, he's high on his own supply. Yeah, he's huffing his own farts, Paolo. That's what it is. He's too used to surrounding himself with yes men and ass patters, yeah. A toddler of his size, yeah.
I understand that you think that because you admit this stuff, which, first of all, I have yet to see an actual official public apology to DDP and any of his crew. I keep seeing you say this. You keep saying, and trust me, this is what people have sent me, but it's not just Reddit people now. This is what people have sent me, where you're going live and saying, like, why does everybody focus on episode 9 of Change Your Diet? Why not the other episodes? Young
Facts.
man, do you mean the other episodes where these people were helping you out of goodness of their heart, gave you multiple chances, and you were behind the scenes manipulating them? You mean those episodes that led up to episode 9? Because that's
Okay.
what I see, right? Here's the thing. This is a very, and I personally believe this, and you don't need to. You don't need
Taylor's like, exactly. Why are you focusing on the fact that I'm a piece of shit when I was a piece of shit behind the scenes for 8 episodes? You didn't see I was a piece of shit. You're only focusing on the fact I'm a piece of shit episode 9. A piece of shit, dude.
need to believe me. I don't care. But you are an addict that I also believe is some sort of sociopath or psychopath. I personally believe that. That's how you treat people. You should view that. That's how you treat.
No, like honestly, I think he is. He's at the very least a narcissist, I would say. Does he go into the realms of sociopathy? Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's a psychopath. And obviously, this is all armchair psychiatry, right? We can just form our own opinions of how we've experienced other people in the past, or go by definitions or what have you. But he has all the hallmarks of narcissism and sociopathy. Like, he legit believes his own bullshit, and he believes that he can manipulate other people for his own ends. But when you come across people like us that actually know better and may have dealt with narcissists and sociopaths in the past, we see that Taylor is textbook, and he's fucking stupid. He's stupid to think that he could have manipulated Alan Roberts into going like, oh, do you know what? Taylor Reid's actually like a really nice bloke, actually. And yeah, I do actually believe he eats 2,300 calories a day and doesn't lose weight. Like, you're not going to get that out of Alan. Alan's made up his mind. We've all made up our mind on Taylor. We ain't going to change our minds about somebody that's been doing this legit for over a decade now. If you haven't changed in over a decade, the chances are you're not going to change for another decade, because your ways are so entrenched. Your personality is so set in stone. Yes, he's used to sympathy. That is so true. Like, he will do anything for a bit of sympathy. And we'll see a clip of the post debate live that he was in.
Treat people. Take a step back and view it. If you can't see that that is some sociopathic behavior, what you've exhibited to not only just them but other people in the past, maybe, very truly, maybe you should take a step back. Because if you aren't a sociopath and if you aren't a psychopath, you certainly are acting like one. So I think that you thought we were going to come on here and we were going to try to find a middle ground. I don't need. I have a total understanding of how I feel you are. I am going to let you say your piece, of course, but just to be clear, we're not trying to find. We're not going to be singing "Kumbaya" after this.
It fascinates me how the boys and girls seem to be so full of themselves. I just wonder what the heck they see or tell themselves. Yeah, it's like that. It's like Homer Simpson in the mirror when he sees like his 300-pound body, but he actually sees like pecs dancing in the mirror. You know, it's that kind of thing. I legit think that these boys and girls see themselves as superior to the rest of us. And it's crazy because they keep their world so small to make sure that they're the king of that small world. But when they venture out into the real world, they're met with derision, because that really is like what it is. He's deluded, and we all derive that. Not caring about hurting others as well as no guilt are signs of a psychopath. Okay, ZZ. So maybe legit psychopathy, is that a word? Psychopathic tendencies. So yeah, crazy.
No, I mean, I
Like
figured.
that's not how this is going to work, right? Like I will offer you free advice that I already have. I have no issue with that, and I will let you speak your mind. But you trying to say that what I'm saying isn't true? First of all, it is factually that you lie. Like you lied like 2 weeks ago about losing 100 pounds in a year. Like
That's
literally, you.
Alan says you lied about losing 100 pounds in a year. Taylor says that's not true. That's not true.
It's not true.
no.
Funny because I really
Wrong
did
one.
more
Hang
than
on
I
a second.
should.
That's not true. And Alan's like, hold my beer.
Hang on.
So July 29th, 2025 was the claim that he lost 100 pounds in 1 year.
Back
This is
again
from
for
the
another weigh-in.
August 12th, 2025, which was just over a year ago, he weighed in at 498 pounds. August 2026, he weighed about 400, he weighed 464 the other day. So in actual fact, he's lost 34 pounds in a year, which sounds a lot less impressive than 100 pounds in a year. Welcome in, Debbie. Good to see you. Can't believe Tay turned up. I was very surprised. I was very surprised.
Tuesday. Last week we
That was
weighed in
June
at
29th, or July
502.2 pounds, bringing us down a total of
This is
65
August
pounds
12th,
over the past 3
2025.
months. So now it's time to see what we're gonna weigh in at today. All right, it's time.
And this was the time where he wasn't showing himself on the scale. Do you guys remember? Some of you OGs that are here, you'll remember when I was talking about Taylor not standing, like not being shown on the scale, right? This was that era. So he could have been weighing more than 498 pounds. He could have been in the 510s, in the 520s, because he legit didn't look any different. So that's another thing we have to bear in mind. This was a year ago. He was lying a year ago because that isn't even on camera. Because do you remember when it took him like over 30 minutes to try and get a weigh in? And he was like moving his legs, doing this, doing that, and he's like, I don't know why I can't weigh myself. He could lose that in 1 month on a 1,200 calorie a day diet to be approved for weight loss surgery. You're so right, Pulpy's wig. Welcome in, by the way.
502.2 last week.
He could lose 30 pounds in 1 month, and I would approve him for weight loss surgery. Taylor Showers is a habitual liar and pathological liar. He likes to eat Little Debbie snack cakes for breakfast, 10 of those. I'm starting to sound like Donald Trump now. He eats 25 Twinkies for lunch, the best Twinkies, 5,000 calories of the best American calories you could find.
Let's see what it is this week.
All right, me too, Dan.
So this is August 12th of 2025. So 50
Right.
weeks ago.
And do you see the numbers going? You had to stop the scale himself because the scale was like, does not compute, does not compute.
By your statement that you lost 100 pounds in a year, this would mean that you weighed, what, 398 pounds today?
498.0.
I'll wait till the video's over.
So
But
this
however,
says
I am using a computer.
Friday,
this is your weigh-in from the
July
31st.
I'll wait till the
31st,
video's over.
4:57 p.m. I know I missed a few.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, would you rather, honestly, because I've thought about this and I was going to ask you this, would you rather me say, oh, a year and 3 months ago, I've lost 100 pounds in a year and 3 months?
You haven't lost 100 pounds in a year or a year and 3 months either. So do you see how he's deflecting it to put it back on Alan to be like, oh, would you rather me say this? Would you rather me say that? How about you tell the fucking truth, Taylor? He leaned over the scale, it distorts the reading. DDP clocked it his first way in and made him stand up straight. Yeah, exactly, ZZ. He was literally just going, it's nothing to do with his legs or anything like that. He knows how to stand up straight, okay? He's been doing it in his recent weigh-ins, which I still don't believe. Like, I legit think he has to go to a doctor who uses a mechanical scale in order to get an accurate weight. Like, I just don't believe any of the scales that he uses at home, because he's been saying he's used 4 different sets of scales and they've all been wrong. How is that possible? Unless he's been fiddling with them, and that's why they're wrong. So, obviously something is awry.
It wasn't a year and 3 months. I've checked that data too.
So
Like,
since
here's
May,
the thing. I would rather you be honest,
I
because
am
here's what
honest.
happens, Tay. That's not honest.
Fuck you say?
It wasn't a year and 3 months. I've checked that data too.
So
Like,
since
here's
May,
the thing. I would rather you be honest,
I
because
am
here's what
honest.
happens, Tay.
I am. Mama, I am. Mama, I am honest. Did you see there was no change in expression there either? Like it's
In
weird.
3 months.
It wasn't a year and 3 months. I've checked that data too.
So
Like,
since
here's
May,
the thing. I would rather you be honest,
I
because
am
here's what
honest.
happens, Tay.
Literally no change, no change at all, facially. It's just, I am honest. I am. Yeah. It's like Cher after Botox. I am honest. I am. It's hot. It's so weird. It's just so weird. Does this look like the face of a man who had all he could eat?
That's not honest. You said you lost 100 pounds in a year, and you didn't. And you know what happens? Because it's not just you this affects. I actually coach quite a few weight loss channels, right? You make all of them look bad by lying to an audience. You turn that portion of the audience off. You just go on to the next audience. But for people that are trying to lose weight online and have accountability, they
I believe him. Seems like an upstanding individual to me. Do you know what, Pulpy? I'm going to change my mind. Thanks to you, I think Taylor Sowers is the paragon of truth. The face of a mosquito before it hits the windshield.
have to wear your breaking of the trust of
Oh,
the audience. People are going to
definitely,
assume that these
Reg.
people weren't being truthful also because you weren't truthful. That's reality.
Okay,
Right.
so
And I understand you don't think outside that scope
did you
because you only
bring
think
on
of
here?
you.
Did you bring me on here to let me talk, or are you just gonna talk the whole time?
This is the turning point where he gets angry because Alan has been bombarding him with the truth for like what 10 to 15 solid minutes now. And Tay's like, you gotta let me tell my side of the story and that. And then he'll go into his diatribe of like, give me 4 Bs for a quarter, they'd say. I wore an onion on my belt, as was the style at the time.
You can talk. Go ahead. Go ahead. But you made a statement that was false, and just gave you visual evidence of why it's false. So go ahead.
Well, and then I asked, would you rather it say a year and 3 months ago? And then you said I lied about that too.
Good to say,
Yeah, you did. You want me to pull up your
Yeah.
stuff from a year and 3 months ago?
May of last year is when I started to try to lose weight again. And since
Latte, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you.
then, I have lost about 112 pounds.
No.
You're saying that's a lie.
Yes.
Well, I believe it is, but I will take a look. Okay.
Okay.
Because
I-
that would mean that right now you're saying you lost 112 pounds from right now, right? So
Yep.
you're
Alan Roberts hits Tay Sowers with the truth. It's very effective.
saying a year ago May you were 500 and what?
67 pounds.
A year ago May you were 567 pounds.
Yes.
Okay, I'll check it. But go ahead. But
Okay.
yeah, I would actually prefer you not lie about it.
I'm not.
So,
I'm not lying about that. But even
so go
even
ahead. What you got?
okay, but with that regard, okay, so I'll start putting on my video.
Alan knows this young lad is full of bullshit. This young man here, this young man, Taylor Sowers here, is definitely full of bullshit. And I mean, if he stopped with the bullshit, he might actually lose 150 pounds. Have you thought of that? You thought of that?
14 months ago. It's been 14 months and I've lost 100 pounds.
That's one infinity
Whatever,
hoop, yeah.
whatever may float your boat. But at the end of the
No,
day,
you don't need to worry about me.
Whatever may float your boat. I mean, it's your opinion that I eat 5,000 calories, but it's my opinion, Taylor's opinion, me, Taylor, that I eat 2,300 calories a day and I can't lose weight. And that's just because I have a tapeworm. And the tapeworm, coincidentally, he's also called Alan. And the tapeworm's like, I'm gonna eat all of the food that you're consume. Dan, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Open your mind and your wallet. Yeah, that is true. Thank you for opening your wallet. It's very kind. Thank you.
Well, that is what it is. But what I'm saying is, and I also, since you love to negate the stuff that I say, I highly doubt that you didn't go look at the Reddit until 2 or 3 weeks ago, because you're telling me you made a video about me with Jesse, didn't read any of your comments, didn't read any of that went on, and then suddenly you were like, you know what? I'm gonna do a very deep dive on this Tay kid and talk about how he faked cancer and talk about all this other stuff.
Can he sell infinity hoops to Alan? I think Tay is the kind of person that believes he could sell ice to Eskimos, but he couldn't sell water in the desert. Let's face it. So from my personal experience, I found Taylor on Twitter, and I rooted for him for about 2 days. And then I discovered that he was using Amazon wish lists and doing all these unboxings and stuff like that. And that's when I started to do more research, and that's when I started to go to the Reddit, because I didn't believe him, like, pretty much from the off. And obviously, I do what I do. I have a very cynical mind when it comes to these kind of people. So I, as a boy and girl world aficionado, I think that, it's quite easy to smell bullshit. And the bullshit meter for Taylor was going whoop, 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 like a carbon monoxide alarm. Do you know what I mean? Welcome in, Satan. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So I feel that anybody with an ounce of cynicism, I think, will get the measure of Tay very quickly and see that things are not quite right. ZC, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very kind. Thank you. Here's to the Infinity Hoop Fund. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I watched this whole debate yesterday and Tay got destroyed. He sure did. It was change or die for you. I was rooting for him since I knew nothing about him until episode 9. Yeah, episode 9 is probably where a lot of people change their mind.
You just
So you do
decided
realize
to do.
why do you think I'm going to ask this to you, and if I could say it, if I could like say it in crayon so you'd understand, I would. But
Oof. Like this is the thing where it's like, I don't. You were a little bit. You Alan's starting to like get little barbs in, little jibes in, and the writing in crayon thing was like rat rat. Oh, you say that, do you, Alan? Or you think you're some kind of funny man, Alan, do you? And Taylor thinks he can start dropping truth bombs.
why do you think I got? How do you think I got permission to use the DDP clips?
I'm sure you were in contact with him.
So I understand that you
You
live in
do,
this little
Colby.
bubble where you think that like everything is TikTok and Reddit, right? Like I've been doing this 10 years.
I started watching episode 1 last night, and when I saw Tay, I got so mad. He cried twice just arriving. Yeah. Latte, we watched all of the series of Change or Die, right? And he cried over 50 times. Unrelated but related, you inspired me to wear my Burberry perfume today. Really, Ray Ray? Is that a good thing? I assume it's a good thing. This perfume smells delightful. I got drawn in initially, then he was panicking about not having ID for a flight to Florida. He went in a car after all. Yeah. He is just a grifter through and through.
There are many people that know what you did. Like the very second I made that video, a lot of people who have nothing to do with Reddit, who probably have never been on Reddit, contact me about you. A lot of people. Okay. So let's just be real. Like you're trying to say that I got all this information from Reddit. Name the stuff that I talk about, me personally, name the stuff that I talk about that's from Reddit. By the way, a Google search of you shows that, and I don't bring that up. I brought it up one time because I said I'm not even going to talk about what you did when you were 13 because I think that's ridiculous. I personally do. Okay. I think that's ridiculous. You were 13.
I don't necessarily think it was ridiculous, because it informs what Taylor is like now. um, and it shows what he's capable of. I think that a lot of it may have had to do with the fact that his mother had cancer and she was getting a lot of attention, obviously. And Taylor thought, a couple of years down the line, he thought that he could get the same kind of attention. And he was trying to monetize the fact that he had leukemia, allegedly had leukemia. He obviously didn't. So that kind of thing does inform the future. What did he do? He set up an Instagram when he was like 13, saying that he had leukemia and he never had leukemia. And all of this stuff like using the N word and stuff like that. It just goes to show that I don't think he's changed very much since he was a child. He was still putting the N word in his TikToks like a year ago. And I have evidence of that because he deleted that TikTok and he thought he could be clever, but no, I still have that evidence. So he really, I just don't think he's changed very much. I just think the grift has changed because he's learned from that exaggerated cancer grift that he has to kind of, meter it down a bit and not be like so overzealous with a grift. He's trying to do like the more subtle kind of grift. So I think that it's not necessarily outrageous to think that we shouldn't be talking about his fake leukemia because I do think that there is some credence to that informing what he's like now, clearly. The only time he didn't cry was when he got caught with takeaway food cartons in his room on Change or Die. Yeah, not Peach Fit. I don't think Peach Fit would want it. Even Peach Fit wouldn't want anything to do with Taylor Sowers.
years old and you clearly have problems. But you're a full ass with the shit you've done when you're a full ass on adult. I'll gladly talk about that. But you thinking that this is some Reddit thing for me is not. Okay, it's like very realistically, you're thinking in such a small world that I don't belong in. Okay,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so what else you got?
Okay. So you said all that you focused on, and I need you to open your brain up for like a split second.
He is so determined to make Alan look like he is closed-minded. If anything, it's Taylor that has this closed mindset. How old's Taylor now? I think he's 25, mid-20s. He's deeply angry and embittered and aided and abetted by his mother. Yeah, his mother has a lot to answer for, that's for sure.
So when I'm on the DDP show, you see episode, which once again, you are another person who says, "Oh, y'all need to go watch episode 9." But you don't tell them go watch the whole series where I go in
Yeah,
there.
dude. Many times. In many videos, I say go watch.
Yeah, I can confirm that Alan says watch the entire series of Change or Die. It's a fantastic series, and I hope that at some point down the line there's going to be another series of Change or Die. In another world, he's a preacher man. Yeah, in his own world he's the preacher, but in our world he's the mad-eyed screamer hanging from the tree, right? So, well, hanging from the bench, I don't know.
The whole series, but especially episode 9. In many,
Especially episode 9. See? So you're putting
especially episode 9.
See, you're focused on episode 9 when I was a piece of shit, but you're not focused on the other 8 episodes of Change or Die where I was a piece of shit behind the scenes.
Okay. Can I finish?
Sure.
So we go through like okay, so you said to watch it, but especially episode 9. And then you watch 1 through 8. I do this amazing like transformation, and then you look at what I did in the end, which I agree. I've owned up to that. The shit I
No,
did.
you didn't own up to that. You said you were a food addict and it was out of your control. That's what you said multiple times. Also, you had an amazing transformation, yeah, but A year after that, you went from 396 to 567 pounds. I would say that's an even more amazing transformation. His grifting will continue as he ages another decade, another grift. Will he make it a decade? I don't know. Why did Tay bother to go on this podcast? I don't think he knew what Alan was like. He did no research on Alan before this. If he did a modicum of research on Alan, Tay would never have shown up. Is the transformation in the room? Yeah, he went from 396 to 567. Never took accountability. Exactly. Like he cried over 50 times, episode 1 to 8, right? He cried once. He cried once in episode 9, and that was after he got caught and he was in the car with DDP, right? So he shows no remorse. And I genuinely think that DDP and the rest of the production team, they don't want to, they don't want to be like, they don't want to say Tay is a piece of shit, right? But they know he is from experience, firsthand. He turned the production crew against each other. You have to be a manipulative asshole in order to manipulate a group of people that have been together for years. They were together, like, one of the production crew was with DDP since like 16. And somehow he managed to manipulate them all to hate each other. And then they realized all of a sudden that it was Taylor at the center of it all. How much do you have to eat to gain that much? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
It was manipulative. It was horrible. But so you say you coach people with a food addiction, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So people with addictions genuinely deal with manipulating that type
Mhm.
of thing, correct?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so why is it that you several others can't think, oh, maybe he's changed, maybe he's went to therapy for it, maybe he went and is actually getting the help for it, like
So if you claim that you've gone to therapy for it, why are you doing pretty much the same thing that you did years ago? Why are you manipulating people to think that you're losing weight? Why are you manipulating people to think that you're eating 2,300 calories and not losing weight? I don't think Taylor's gone to therapy at all. I genuinely don't believe he's gone through therapy. I think he's going through life being the same person he was a decade ago when he faked cancer. He's just older and fatter. That's it. Like that. I'm not even joking, right? He's literally the grifter at 13 years old. He's just grown a couple of inches. He's got a bit wider, and that's that. What if Tay thought this was an opportunity for him that Alan would offer to help him? Um, Alan nipped that in the bud within like the first 5 minutes. But like I genuinely feel like Tay believed he could change Alan's mind. Yeah. His arguments are tremendously weak. They're going to do their own collab. Oh, this was enough. This was a collab for the ages.
it's always just, oh, this is exactly the person that he is. It's not, oh, well, maybe he's changed. Like maybe that situation made me learn how big manipulation is and how big food addictions can make you like be mean towards people who actually care about you. Like,
Right. So, God, this is hurting my brain. Um, he had a whole team of people to help him in Change or Die. Why did he not ask for help at the Change or Die household? Why didn't he say, I am a food addict and I am scared that I am going to do things because of my food addiction? When in actual fact, he just manipulated the whole way through. He claimed to be binging and purging as well, which wasn't true. Um, he had Wendy's wrappers and McDonald's wrappers in bin bags in his room. Welcome in, Sunny Days. Good to see you. Hope you're well. he was legit hiding DoorDash next to his toilet. Wendy's wrappers next to his toilet, McDonald's wrappers next to his toilet. This is not somebody who wants to change. This is somebody who doesn't want to get found out. He was manipulating his own father to say that DDP wasn't giving him any money. He was manipulating his own cousin for money because he was saying that DDP wasn't feeding him, wasn't doing anything to help him. Why on earth would DDP just be like, yeah, you're on your own now, mate, see you later, when he has a track record of doing his utmost to help people? People like Jake Roberts, people like Scott Hall, people like Buff Bagwell. Like, he legit helps people to a fault sometimes. They fuck up everything. And DDP's still like, do you know what, mate? Come back, we'll sort it out. For DDP to wash his hands of you, you had to have done some major shit, right? Yeah, Tay's income is grifting. That's all it is.
Does that not make sense?
Well, yeah, it would if you showed any remorse. But again, where's the I missed the formal apology to the crew of people that spent a year trying to help you save your own life, that you then manipulated behind their back. And then when called on it, you acted like they were just nobodies and basically just started, GoFundMe's online. So here's the thing.
Yes. So episode 1 to 8 was when they were all together at the house, and DDP was so happy with Taylor that he wanted him to stay in the house for an extra bit of time to get him to lose even more weight. Because, Taylor was over 500 pounds. He got down to under 400 pounds with DDP. And DDP was like, I want to go the whole way with this kid. I want him to have this incredible transformation. And Taylor just fucks it all up because he's a manipulative piece of shit. That's such a total cop-out. You're still responsible for your own behavior. He just wants to avoid accountability and garner sympathy by hiding behind his mental struggles with food. Yes, he is. I would definitely say he's a narcissist, yeah. He's blaming the addiction when he should be blaming himself.
Yes, addicts absolutely lie. Addicts will manipulate people. Normally, they show remorse, and I just don't think you have it. I think you're doing this right now because this was affecting you. I think you would have kept on the block and avoid as long as possible, but it was affecting you. And
I agree. I think all the blocking was hurting his bottom line. Like, you know how, like, for example, with Foodie Beauty, she's very block happy, isn't she? And it turns out that that's really bad for your audience numbers. And I think Taylor has got to the point. There are some days when Boy World magazine gets more viewers than Taylor does. Taylor can sometimes get under 30 viewers. I can sometimes get over 40. So, the fact that people would rather see me talking about Taylor being a liar than Taylor himself says something about what Taylor is doing, essentially.
I get where you're coming from, and I
Yes,
do hope.
Debbie, I think so
Trust me, I
too.
hope you've gone to therapy. Like I hope that you go to a lot of therapy, and I hope you lose all the weight. I really do. I honestly do. But that's not like a credit card. It doesn't mean that like people should automatically believe you. You saying like, hey, I fucked up. Like no shit, but that doesn't change the fuck upness, especially when you haven't apologized actually to these people. You have not apologized to them at all. So you just say, I own up to it. I did it. That's not remorse. That is getting caught doing shit and not being able to avoid it.
Exactly.
So, like, I hear what you're saying, but you're basically wanting people to give you the benefit of the doubt when you've given people no reason to.
Can I? And I want to say I 100% agree with that, which is why, like, recently in therapy, I have been talking to my therapist about accountability and about how to do with things. And even the other night, I was talking to people who, like, they want to see me succeed, but how can they see me succeed when I make these challenges like 75 soft or do these things, and like then I just fall off the earth and just don't ever mention them. Like, I promise all these things and then do it, But I was like, and I explained, I feel bad when I don't do it. I get in my head, I get all these things, and they were just like, take accountability for it. Like, go on there, say that you didn't do these things. And I was even talking about it today, like with the DDP stuff. I do feel bad. I felt bad for a long time, but I don't understand. And this is genuine as it can be. I don't understand when I provided so much hurt, right? I know I hurt them a lot. Like, I don't know where do I go to even start apologizing? Not because I'm not apologetic, because I am, but I genuinely
Yeah, literally, like nothing, none of this has made sense. Like this is just like a garbled mess.
don't understand how to. And that's not me fabricating anything. I'm being 100% right now, like with you right now, Alan. When you hurt somebody so much and it was publicized, right? Like you hurt somebody
Mhm.
so much, it was publicized. How do you go about giving an apology where people actually know that you're empathetic about it? Because I am.
You, I am. You make a genuine apology video. You contact, you contact all the individuals personally and say that you're sorry. You, you probably still have, you probably still have DDP's number, or at least a way to contact him. You could start by saying, Dallas, I'm I'm so sorry that I completely fucked up the best opportunity in life that I ever had. That's a good start. And you know what? DDP's such a great person. He'd probably take Taylor back after the apology. Like, like not even like I don't think that's an exaggeration. I genuinely think that DDP would see that as a sign to maybe not even like send him to the house, but like free coaching with like DDP yoga or something. He has not changed in over a decade. I really believe that. I don't think that there's any I don't think any event will make him change. Like literally he could be in the hospital and I don't think he would change at all. Like he was claiming acid reflux. And also he likes to lie about things with other people. In the Jesse James West video, I believe they were talking about congestive D baby having congestive heart failure. It was actually diverticulitis. Two very different things. So he can't help but lie. It's pathological at this point. How are you saying that your girlfriend had congestive heart failure when there is a video of him saying she's got diverticulitis? I don't know how to make it appear that I'm sorry. Yeah, he's just it's just so maddening, like how much of a narcissist he is. Really is.
But I don't feel like anybody in the world's gonna hear it and they're gonna be like, he's a liar. Like, I am sorry, but I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't know how to show it.
So you realize, and I mean, I'm just going to be as blunt as I can. You just said you want to give an apology, but you just don't know how it would be heard and actually delivered, or the point where people would believe you. You're centering yourself in that, and I know you may not see that, but that's a sociopathic thing to do. You are centering yourself on if the apology is not going to work, I don't know how to start to do it.
Yeah,
That's my whole
That
point.
doesn't make me sociopathic.
it does.
All these people say,
It does make you sociopathic because you're trying to make it about yourself. You're trying to you're trying to see how will this apology make everyone perceive me when the apology should be thankless, right? He should make he should make a video, a concerted effort to apologize to every single person that he wronged in the Change or Die series, right? He should even contact them individually to talk through why he did the things that he did and own up to them and not say it was the addiction, it was addiction mementos. He did that. The addiction didn't do that. In part, the addiction probably helped him make his irrational decisions. Um, at the end of the day, it's all Taylor. He did it. He wronged a production crew of people. Yeah. So the fact that he's trying to make this apology about how he is perceived is, yeah, it's textbook narcissism and sociopathic tendencies. Welcome in, Ruby Red. Good to see you. I'm sorry, but sorry, not sorry.
Say I'm a psychopath or
You're
sociopath.
only you just from what you just said, you were only concerned about apologizing.
Welcome in, Ayana. Good to see you. I'm not familiar with Tay Reid, but I can't see willingly appearing with Alan Roberts. Yeah, Tay didn't do his research. It's like when people say, I don't know what you want me to say. It's stupid. People want you to say what you actually want to say, but you don't want to say anything real. Yeah, exactly right, Bank. Exactly. Thank you, Latte. I appreciate that.
If people will believe you.
No,
Because if
but
not,
it's not.
who cares if people if who cares if people believe you? You should have apologized a long time ago. Like you should have made a public.
If you are genuinely sorry for something that you have done, you should not care what other people think, and you should not care how it makes you appear, right? If you genuinely made a mistake and you genuinely own up to it, the people that are affected will decide for themselves whether you're telling the truth or not. And if they don't, I think that is not a reflection upon the people that he wronged, because some people don't forgive and forget. Some people bear grudges. I'm the type of person that does bear a grudge. I would be very hesitant if somebody did something to me. I would be very hesitant to accept their apology. And that's just how I am. But if I do something wrong, then I genuinely apologize. There's no two ways about it.
Public apology a long time ago. You haven't. Like because you apologizing to me on this for it. That's not to them. Like I don't work with them. I just happen to have been in the same industry with them
Yeah, Tay's like, Alan, you speak to DDP. Can you tell him I'm sorry? Thank you.
for 10 years, and I know people that know people. None of their camp actually reached out to me. A lot of their friends reached out to me. I know people from pro wrestling. I know people from the health. I know
Have you heard of the Dark Triad? No, I haven't. Seems apt to describe Tay. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
people that know DDP. I know people that have gone to his seminars, and a lot of them called me. A lot of the like phone calls, not even just texts. And that's how I know you haven't apologized. And I don't think they care about your apology, but you should do it. They're not going to care. And I got a newsflash for you. People like me aren't going to care because you've let it go so long because you didn't know how to do it and have it actually do something for you.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like being pushed to apologize 5 years after something has happened, or 4 years, 5 years, that does make it seem like this apology won't be genuine. So very, very, very slightly, I can see where Taylor's coming from, because it's like it's been so long now. But what Taylor did in the year after with the GoFundMe's and the living in Texas and gaining over £100, he's had his chance to make a sincere apology, and he fucked that up big style. Welcome in, Easton. Good to see you. Tay makes Ethan look healthy. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You wanted the apology, it seems, to do something for you
Mm.
when the apology should have been for other people, the people that you actually hurt. And that's why I say it's sociopathic that you are trying to basically say, well, I'd apologize, but I don't know how to make it happen where will actually benefit me. You
It's
see what
not.
I'm coming from?
I know I do. It's not so I can benefit from it. I don't. I don't care to benefit from it. It's just like I've never the way that I hurt them, and I mean, it was shown on the TV show. I mean, I was there in person. I seen it. I genuinely want to make up for it. And when I said like I'm trying to do this for me or whatever. It's not for that. I genuinely want to make up for it. I just don't know how. Like, and that's just
Do a video and say, I'm sorry to the people that I have hurt over the years, to the people that I've lied to over the years, to the people that I've deceptively gained money from over the years. I am sorry. That's what you do. And then you stop lying in your videos, you stop lying in your lives, and that goes some way to us as an audience seeing actionable change. But this is never going to happen. It's just a mix of the 3 personality traits of narcissism, Machiavellism, and psychopathy, also known as malignant narcissism. Okay, it's not an actual diagnosis or anything. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, Machiavellianism, I assume, is like orchestrating things to better your own selfish tendencies, right? I can only assume that's what it means. Um, how hard is it to say sorry? Extremely, Latte, in Taylor's case. Yeah, this is like he talks a load of shite. Like he says like 100 words, but none of them mean anything. He's just trying to get sympathy from Alan Roberts of all people. How the fuck are you going to get genuine sympathy from Alan Roberts when you have shown a track record for being an incredible liar and grifter for over a decade? Just ain't going to happen.
You know,
that's just
before we get to the sympathy grab, you're a grown ass man. Figure it out. Because that's what that is to me. That is basically you starting down a manipulation train of like, I just don't know how to do it, guys. I really wish I could, but these things are hard for me. Figure it the fuck out. Life's hard for everybody. Go buy a helmet. You know what the hell?
it's not
Like,
manipulation.
I mean, that's but why would I believe you? It's not.
Because you're
What in
not
your
gonna
history would
believe
make you?
Alan, you're not gonna
Because
believe me anyways
because
because you're
because
not listening.
nothing. No, nothing in your history.
Alan, you haven't opened your mind. Hey, you're so close-minded, man. Like you can't see the wood for the trees, man.
History makes it so somebody should give you the benefit of the doubt. Nothing. There's nothing in your history that makes people think they should give you the benefit of the doubt. You're trying to put it on me that I'm closed-minded. There's nothing
Look at this. Fucking sweating. He's sweating right now that it's seeping into his clothes. It's like oh my days.
you've done in the last since you've been an adult that would possibly make people give you the benefit of the doubt. Nothing.
So
That may be hard for you to hear, but I tell people hard truths. That's the truth. I understand that may not be what you want to hear, but that's another thing I do for a living is tell people things that they need to hear, not want to hear. And what you need to hear is that you're looking for people to give you the benefit of the doubt about like I've changed, I've done this, I've done that. I've recently been in therapy and talking to my therapist recently. Nothing in your history shows that anybody should give you the benefit of the doubt. You say you're gonna. You even just said a couple minutes ago. You say you're gonna start things, and then you just disappear. That means that nobody should give you the benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
continuously, ad nauseum, over and over and over and over and over again. So when you try to
Proper
say like
pounding.
you're trying to paint me as the bad person for not giving you the benefit of the doubt, you have not earned anybody's benefit of doubt at all.
so what do you think I should do, Alan? What do you think I should do?
Deflection. What do you think I should do, Alan? Doesn't matter what Alan thinks. Taylor, you need to decide what to do. You need to decide what the best course of action is. Why the fuck are you deflecting on Alan Roberts? He don't give a shit about you, Taylor. He thinks you're a liar and a grifter. 99% of people think Taylor's a liar and a grifter. And we will never give him the benefit of the doubt for anything. Any video he puts out, I will always side-eye the video because he never tells the truth. Like, never. I've never seen him be honest. And that's the kind of thing that gets me with the people that follow him. It's like, how do you not see this? How do you not see that he's such a liar and a manipulator? It's just maybe I just haven't opened my mind. Should try a calorie deficit. The thing is, Ruby Red, he claims to be in a calorie deficit. He claims to be in a calorie deficit. He's in 2,300 calories a day, and he's still not losing weight. Exactly. Another thing to say he's a liar.
I think you should do the things you say you're going to do. I think you should apologize to these people no matter what. I think you should own up to any time you've ever started a GoFundMe and actually didn't use the money for what it was intended for. I think you should absolutely say you're going to lose weight and then stick to it. If you really wanted to win people's thing over, share every scrap of food you eat. If you share food to the point where it looks like you should lose 5 pounds in a week and you don't lose the weight, everybody knows you're lying because everybody knows you're lying already. You say I've
That's
eaten
not
into
true.
2,300 calories. He went from 453 to 464 in 24 hours. Okay. And it's very possible, that it was, related to conditions that he has. But if you're gaining 11 pounds in 24 hours, go to the hospital. Okay. Maybe he could cure world hunger. Exactly. Buy Alan's book. I don't think Alan has a book, does he?
calorie deficit, I've eaten 2,000 calories a day, and then you don't lose weight for 3 weeks. That's a lie.
That's not true.
So, lie. Because everybody knows you're lying already. You say
That's
I've eaten
not
into the
true.
calorie deficit, I've eaten 2,000 calories a day, and then you don't lose weight for 3 weeks. That's a lie.
That's not true.
So
That's not true, Alan. You're saying that I ate 2,000 calories a day and didn't lose weight for 3 weeks. Well, I actually did. I lost a pound and gained 11 pounds. Okay. This is great advice, and he's not listening to anything. Yeah, exactly.
it's not true. You're saying you eat 2,000 calories for 3 weeks and you don't lose weight.
I've literally told a massive amount of people who follow me, I could go live for 24 hours a day for 7 days a week. Let you see my food, let you see what I do, let you do everything, right? Get on the scale, gain 2, 3 pounds. Then what? Then it would be, oh, he's sneaking food when he goes to the bathroom. Like,
There is absolutely no way.
I mean, yeah, he probably would be sneaking food when he goes to the bathroom. That's like he literally did that on Change or Die. He literally had bin bags of fast food next to his toilet. So, he does have form for that.
Eat 2,000 calories a day at your size for weeks on end and not lose weight. Physically impossible. Reality exists. So does the law of physics. If you eat 2,000 calories a day and you for weeks on end and you don't lose weight, you should submit yourself. If you really wanted to earn trust from the public, submit yourself for genetic testing because you have the key to solving world hunger. If at 460 to 500 pounds, you can eat 2,000 calories a day and not lose weight for weeks on end.
okay.
That's the stuff. Like right now, you're doubling down on something you told all your followers. They're the ones that believe you.
Oh,
The people that know what they're talking about in this industry, like me, there's no way I believe.
Ayana, Taylor is on the blacklist. It's Foodie Beauty, Amberlynn Reid, Will Kelly, and Taylor Sowers on Alan Roberts' blacklist.
That you eat 2,000 calories for weeks on end and don't lose weight. You're never going to convince me of that at your size, ever, ever.
Okay.
I don't even care about the hydration weight fluctuations. If your hydration is that bad, you'd be on some sort of Lasix or something like that for it anyway. There's no way, and I mean no physical way, that a man especially can eat 2,000 calories a day at your size and not lose weight. Even if you had hypothyroidism, there's no way. Reality exists. You have to understand that like the stuff that you have been telling your audience and the people that kind of change in and out of your audience multiple times, the stuff you tell them, people like me are not going to buy. People like me that know better are not going to buy that. So you're not sitting here with somebody that's on TikTok that like will
Why bother to offer services to a lost cause? Yeah, this, it would be a supreme waste of Alan's time.
just give you the benefit of the doubt for literally no reason about something that is such a blatant lie. But you don't eat 2,000 calories for weeks on end and not lose weight. That's not real. So, I mean, you can keep saying that to other people, but Anytime you say that to me, I'm going to tell you it's a lie.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that.
That's the one. That's the point that got me like. You're. I, oh my god, that was the funniest bit for me. Like Alan was literally saying, it's physically impossible to eat so few calories and gain weight. And Taylor's like, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. Right. Yeah. Okay. It's like Alan Roberts is Isaac Newton and Tay's like some peasant from a mud field. Is that, yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
No, that's not an agree to disagree. Reality exists. You're not eating 2,000 calories a day and not losing weight. If you can't accept that, if you can't fess up to that, why should I even begin to believe anything else you say? That is such an open, blatant lie that you're saying you eat 2,000 calories a day for weeks on end and not lose weight
Because
at 460, 470 pounds.
I will tell
Stop it.
you, 2 to 3 weeks ago, I'm sure you've seen it. I did the diet where I ate a thing of yogurt, hamburger, chicken, and lettuce for a
A thing of yogurt, hamburger, chicken, and lettuce.
whole week.
Yeah.
Didn't lose or gain a single ounce. I stayed the same for
I have no reason to believe you didn't eat other stuff.
So you're telling me that he ate a thing of yogurt could be like a bucket of yogurt at this point. Chicken, hamburger, and lettuce, and he didn't lose or gain anything. So either he had 20 liters of water a day, or he's lying. And I would probably go with the latter. Yeah, a thing of yogurt. You guys, you've ever had a thing of yogurt? Yeah. I used to have a thing of fried chicken back in the day. A bucket. You can say you can say, oh sorry. You can say anything's a thing. Like I had a thing of lettuce, and it was like a thimble. Medical anomaly. Yep.
Addicts lie to begin with, but you're a pro at it.
okay.
Like I have no reason
Okay.
to believe that you didn't eat other stuff. None. And I didn't watch it, by the way. I do not keep up with your every video. I really don't.
Oh, I trust me. I know you keep up with me. I know you do.
No, I don't keep up with your every video.
You keep up with every video. You're a stalker, and you doxed my phone number allegedly.
You're a very minimal part of my content, like extremely minimal, like millions of views.
He accidentally breathed in uranium fumes from the nearby nuclear power plant. And uranium has like a lot of calories, and even just inhaling a little bit of uranium makes you put on like 10 pounds in a week. So
Who's talking about other shit for every month. You're a very
Recently,
minimal
in
part.
in the last month, you would say I'm minimal part of your content.
Yeah, absolutely. If we go by views, you're this much. Absolutely.
Interesting.
I got 12 million. I got almost 13 million views last month just on Instagram and Facebook. Very minimal, tiny.
Okay.
One of
So
the biggest videos was about some guy that caught a wolverine by hand because I make jokes. Like, you're trying to pretend. Like, here's the thing: you're not that significant to me. I let you come on because you wanted to come on.
inhaled a thing of uranium. Exactly, Bank. Yeah. Even now he thinks weight loss is about having a starvation diet. He's learned nothing. Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, DDP taught him how to have a meaningful diet on 2,500 calories, how to keep yourself full on that amount of calories. He must have forgotten. And also, just listen to this, right?
Wolverine by hand because I make jokes. Like, you're trying to pretend. Like, here's the thing: you're not that significant to me.
Alan says you're not that significant to me, okay? He also says young man at the beginning, and we'll see some retorts from Taylor in a moment.
you come on because you wanted to come on and wanted to say your shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to concern myself with the opinions of somebody that I know is not genuine.
Well, then
So
if you
Good.
if in your head you know I'm not genuine, I'm this lying piece of shit, right? Then why
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's not in our heads, Taylor. It's matter of fact that you're a lying piece of shit.
Then why what?
why accept me on if I'm this horrible person?
To show you,
No, I'll accept anybody on.
like, Alan accepted Taylor onto this live for Taylor to give himself enough rope to talk himself into the literal shite that spews out of his mouth. Like, you could just let Tay talk, and everything, all the lies would just come spewing out. A little bit of sympathy, lots of lies, and that's all there is to it. Taylor thought that he was going to change Alan's mind, but Alan just had cold hard facts, and that's it.
If I made a video about them, they can come on anybody. That's the thing. Like, I'll gladly have the face-to-face conversation, face-to-face live, let alone face-to-face on the internet. I gladly will. I don't shy away from that shit. I'm not like what some of these other fitness guys that worry about their image and shit like that. Like, I just put out great fucking information and I speak my fucking mind and I'm truthful. So like that's the thing. Why bring you on? You asked to come on. You actually asked me to go on your channel, but since I had already tried to confront you on your channel and you blocked me, I said we come on my channels.
Yeah, because you were worried that I was going to mute you or,
Yeah, because you blocked me before when I tried to come on live.
You were worried I was going to mute you. Yeah, you blocked him. You've blocked me as well. Like, you block any dissenting voice. This is the problem, Taylor. You firmly believe that you're in the right all the time, when everything you say is just bullshit, and that's why you block us. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
because the thing is, Alan, and it is what it is, but people who look at me like I appreciate people who look at me from both and have had honest conversations with me on like, damn, you've done some fucked up stuff. Like, and I understand that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, I see that you're better than yourself. Like
I don't
that's
see
the
that.
type of
Yeah, I don't see that Taylor's bettered himself for like over a decade now. He's faked cancer. He's faked being bullied. He's faked GoFundMes for weight loss clinics. He's turned production crew against each other. He's faked weigh-ins. He uses slimming filters. Everything is a lie. There's no key indicator to see that he's changed one iota in his adult life. Like, even the kid stuff notwithstanding, where it was faking cancer and lying about being bullied at school, the adult stuff does not indicate any meaningful change at all.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
and
I could
that's
guarantee you this. I can guarantee you this. You get under 400 pounds, I'll make a positive video about you. I'll say, hey, at least he's done this, and at least he's sticking to something. Because then you'll have earned a little bit of dignity. You'll have earned a little bit of me possibly giving you the benefit of the doubt. But until then, I have no reason to believe you. I have no reason to believe your weigh-ins. None. I have zero
Yep, I don't believe the weigh-ins either.
reason to believe the number on the scale. Zero.
that's another thing. So what was it? 3-4 weeks ago, I went to the doctor and literally showed the same day that I weighed in was basically the same weight I was at the doctor. Everybody says, "Oh, we can't see the number on the scale, so we don't believe it. We can't."
Were
Like,
you 412 pounds on the Jesse James video?
I can't talk about videos because I'm under an NDA.
He can't talk about videos because he's under an NDA. This is important. He claims to be under an NDA for the Jesse James West video.
Were you 412 pounds?
On my scale at home, yes, I was, and there, Jesse, yes, I was.
You use the same scale. He took his scale with him. It was the exact same scale, but it didn't speak. Interestingly, there's all indicators that Jesse James may be in on it too. Just saying, yeah, just say 412. Yeah.
That's
So your scale at home had you at
all I can
412
say.
pounds.
all I can say is at that time I was 412 pounds. I cannot talk about anything done within the Jesse video because of an NDA, and I'm sure you know what an NDA is.
So if we're to believe Taylor, he weighed 412 pounds for the Jesse James West video. That was April, I believe. May, he weighed 484 pounds. So he's saying he gained 70 pounds in a month. That's essentially what he's saying. Well, in Taylor's case, NDA stands for Nomming Delicious Appetizers. He was proper ready with that
I don't
excuse.
believe
That was one in the chamber,
And
Deb.
I don't believe that you were 412 pounds because I have eyes and I saw the video. And I don't believe you.
Welcome in, Smash. Good to see you. I almost feel bad for Taylor. Like, I feel bad for Ethan because he isn't as malicious and his parents seem to be enablers. Taylor is just evil, but it hurts to look at him. Yeah, like, honestly, I've done a lot of streams on Taylor, and yeah, there's nothing that can make me be positive about him anymore. The loudest, most confident thing he says is, I can't talk about that. Yeah, it's a proper Rosieism, isn't it?
That you have an NDA that says you can't tell me that that the scale was wrong for some reason. So that's you, and you don't. And again, you have not earned any possible reason for me to
So
give you
you
the benefit
don't.
of the doubt.
So you don't know what an NDA is.
Oh,
An NDA is
are,
you can't.
are you serious? Like, see, here's the thing. Like, you've done no.
Right, so you don't know what an NDA is, you stupid bald fuck. He's trying to make Alan look stupid for not knowing what an NDA is. It's very clear that Alan knows what an NDA is. Yeah.
background
He
work
thinks
on
he
me,
ate with that.
right?
No.
Here's how I know you're lying about your calories. I'm not just some fitness dude. I ran the nutrition departments of hospitals, skilled nursing, assisted living, CCRCs for like a dozen years. I ran their entire nutrition departments. I employed hundreds of dietitians, medical directors, things like that. I've sat on the board, the committees in multiple counties in the United States to help write outbreak policies.
Okay.
So when you say you don't know what an NDA is, understand this. My IQ here is not the problem.
Okay.
Okay. Like,
So
I don't believe you
if I get in
because I don't
here,
believe an NDA would just. I don't believe you because I don't believe an NDA would stop you from telling me the real weight you were, because I don't believe you were 412 pounds at that video.
okay. Well, I'm just saying I can't.
I've seen video of you at 12 pounds less than that. You realize that, right? And I have
Yeah.
eyes, functional, and I'm used.
This is what he looks like at 412 pounds in that Jesse James West video. This is 460. So yes, we do have eyes. We can see that you are a lying fuckwit, Taylor. This makes no sense that you look like this at 412 and you look like this at 460 plus. It makes no sense.
to seeing big people because this is what I do for a living.
Yes.
When you weighed in for Change or Die, you were 398 pounds. When you weighed in with Jesse
396.
James and them, or whatever, Jesse James West, whatever that fuckhead's name is, when you weighed in with him, you clearly were much bigger than 398 pounds, not just 12 pounds, 14 pounds. So
Okay.
there's no way I believe it. So I can't believe
Yeah.
the number on your scale.
Well, I also, once again, I've talked about the NDA, and you know that means you can't talk about anything. And secondly, you also don't like Jesse, so you have no reason to sit here and believe me. So it is what it is.
I mean, Jesse also said that he doesn't think that obesity is a choice. When you're like, that kind of just went like, yeah, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, if you think obesity is a choice, I've got some fucking magic beans for you. Yeah. I just couldn't understand. Like, out of the blue, it's like, yeah, like people can't help being fat. Yes, they can. It's what you put into your face hole. I am obese because I struggle with food, and I used to eat a ton of food every single day, and I'm trying to get better at it, but anything that's happened with regards to my obesity is my own doing. Yeah. Taylor loved the fact that Jesse James West absolved him of any wrongdoing, saying that obesity is not a choice.
I don't
I
like Jesse
also,
because what he
I
fucking did
also,
to you.
I also have an NDA about Change or Die in that whole series, so
I also have an NDA about Change or Die. This is Nadia Alicia. She is one of the producers for Change or Die. She was the woman who was crying about Taylor deceiving her, and very rightly so. She says, producer here, he's lying about the NDAs in general. He can talk about stuff that has aired. So he can freely talk about Change or Die. So what this tells me is that there's not only no NDA for Change or Die, there's probably no NDA with Jesse James West either. That's like logical conclusion, right? I don't think there's any NDA to talk about.
can't sit here
The only NDA Taylor's doing is never dieting again.
and talk about that whole thing. So
No, I don't
like,
expect. I don't need you to talk about it. The only thing you should do about Change or Die, in my opinion, is apologize to those people. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. There's very little, very little that you can say or do. Like you're one of the very few people that I bring on this channel. Because trust me, I've brought plenty of people on this channel that hate my fucking guts, and they still end up being coached by me and losing a shit ton of weight and keeping it off. And they still hate me when they're done, but they at least understand I was trying to help them. You're not one of them. Not after what you did to them. I would never coach you ever.
There you go.
honestly, I probably wouldn't want to be coached by you just because
It's like, yeah, well, I don't want to be coached by you anyway, Alan, because you're a big meanie poo-poo head.
I feel like you have zero empathy. That's how I feel.
Oh,
I have
You know,
zero empathy, says the sociopath. Holy fuck.
Taylor, you can't be going around saying that somebody else has zero empathy when you've been doing what you've been doing for 10 plus years. The thing is, Alan may be abrasive, Alan may have weird political ideas, but at the end of the day, Alan is a successful weight loss coach with like probably hundreds to thousands of people thanking him for the help that he has given them over the years. You can't say that Alan works in the position that he's in and has zero empathy. You cannot say that when he has clearly helped hundreds to thousands of people and makes videos clarifying that people should know the harsh truth about weight loss and how some people are deluding themselves when it comes to weight loss. That's just how it is.
Fuck. You know what? I'm showing empathy for the people that you fucked over. I'm showing empathy for the people that you basically bullshit to get fucking donations about. I have no empathy. Trust me on this. I give way more shit about people than you do. You care about you. You even said I'd apologize, but I don't know if people would believe me. Like that the thing that's stopping you from apologizing is whether they believe you or not. And you're saying that I have no empathy. Like
well,
you
I
I encourage you to go back and rewatch this whole thing when we're done, just to see how ridiculous that was.
oh, I mean, I'm sure I'll go back and watch this. I don't care to. And your whole thing is that I'm manipulative and all this, and I'm a sociopath.
Oh, you absolutely are.
I don't know what psychiatrist or therapist license you might have to call somebody a sociopath, but I would love to know.
You don't need a medical license to call somebody a sociopath. You need a license to diagnose somebody as a sociopath, but you don't need any license or anything like that to call someone as like a sociopath. Because we know what narcissists are like, we know what sociopaths are like, we know what psychopaths are like. You don't need a medical degree for that. Yeah, Alan Alan is like, he counts the days he's been binge free. He's like thousands of days binge free. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. And I understand people see him as abrasive, and I understand that people don't like his political ideas. I don't either. But you can look past that and see that he's a person who genuinely wants to help people. And he genuinely wants the best for people. He wants them to be healthy, right? Yeah, you aren't XYZ, therefore all your opinions are wrong. Yeah.
if you actually do have that type of,
So
license.
you're gonna get credentialism. The guy that just told me he eats 2,000 calories a day for weeks on end and doesn't lose weight.
Well, do you have the credentials to sit there and
Oh
evaluate me and be like,
no.
Sweating.
I've just read the definition of what a sociopath is. I think that's what you are. It's
okay,
in my
well,
opinion, of course. Shall we go there?
your opinions? Okay, see, I like that part.
See, see, I like that. Opinions, because we can just agree to disagree. Because we have opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Your opinion that I'm a
I don't care what
social.
you like.
You don't care what I like? Is that what you said?
No, I don't. I don't care anything about what you like at all. I don't.
Okay.
What, do you want me to lie to you?
No,
There you go.
no.
Okay.
I
I'm
like
not
that.
the biggest fan of you.
Yeah, I like that because it's an opinion and he can dismiss opinion. I mean, at this point, he's dismissing objective fact about calories. Yeah, like Alan has probably the cheapest program I've seen.
You either, Alan. You know,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I'm not the biggest fan of you either.
I don't expect you to be. Nor do
Yeah.
I don't care if you are.
He is
So,
on the
like,
back
That's the
okay.
foot.
thing too. Here's a huge difference. I
Yeah.
don't try to pander to people to get them to be my fans. I just say what I believe is truthful and factual, and I show the facts. Okay, this isn't a like contest. Like I know for a lot of other social media people, especially fitness people, it's a I need to be liked contest. It's not that way for me. Like I again, you've done very little. Like it's weird because most people actually do a decent amount of research on me. You've done very little research on me before you came on here.
Yeah, I think Taylor's done no research on Alan because, like, this fella genuinely believes he could have changed Alan's mind. And that's like peak narcissism, to be honest with you.
I'm not
Yeah.
that person. You're
Well, the only
people.
the only thing I know.
The thing that people can do, they can like it or dislike it, but they can't ever say that I'm not speaking in facts. Okay, like I think you exhibit sociopathic behavior from what I've read. I don't have the credentials, but I have seen you.
Yeah. Well, you wait. Well,
That's
see,
the
wait.
long and short.
Now you've seen a part of me, and you've seen 47 minutes of an episode of me.
No,
So
I've
No. We've seen TikTok lives, we've seen dozens of videos over the years. Why is he so zoned in on episode 9 of Change or Die when we've seen everything that he's done over the years? It's not just 47 minutes, it's more like 47 hours. And that's like, minimizing it. That's the rub there. Taylor doesn't understand someone being honest and not pandering for views and grifting for money. Exactly. He just sees the world in like social media likes and attention and things like that, when he should be seeing the facts of the matter. And the fact of the matter is, he is just the most incredible liar. It's almost incredulous the amount he lies at this point. And he still doesn't accept that there are people out there that don't pander to his bullshit.
seen the whole series. I've watched the whole series multiple times, and I watched what you present
right,
to the public.
right.
Okay, so if
Right.
I don't know you, it's because you don't present you. You realize that, right?
So you don't know me. You've seen clips of me. You've seen series of me, correct? And then now I'm sure you watch TikToks on me or do your research, whatever it may be. And
I don't
you're
watch other videos. I don't watch other videos. I don't watch videos that other people make about you. I don't do that.
That's
no,
really
I
rude,
mean I
Alan.
believe that. I don't.
That's really rude, Alan. I don't like the fact that you don't watch other videos. I mean, I make great videos about Tay.
You haven't made fun of me. You haven't like done any of that type of stuff. There is a little like weird stuff that you talk about on your videos about me, but you do you to get your
Yeah, I think his rock bottom will be like going to a place where he has no signal. Like literally. No 5G. That's it.
clicks.
Like what?
Huh?
Bring it up. Bring it up. Like what?
Talking about who would ever want to know how him and his girlfriend do it or whatever.
Oh
How
yeah,
is
who
that?
would? But I don't know
How
why you guys brought that up to your public audience. I don't.
So rather than focusing on facts about weight loss, Tay is now talking about why would we care about how Taylor gets the jig with his girlfriend? It's like the girls, they lied through their teeth all their lives and people try giving them the benefit of the doubt for years, which emboldened them. Yes, exactly. And they're all thick as shit. Taylor's thick as shit too. He lost his little boy lost persona as part of the manipulation. Yes, and we don't see it. We don't give a shit. Welcome in, Mels. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
But how is that valuable to you trying to raise awareness of who I am or whatever you're trying to do?
It's how is it valuable to raise awareness? That you would go to that lengths to try to garner like attention to talk about that stuff. That's how.
Yeah.
Because
I
it
mean,
was. I don't know why they said it. I don't know who would be interested in it.
just saying. So, but
See,
that's
Just saying. Yeah, Taylor, you admitted that you pay cam girls to watch them, do whatever. You also sent a video of yourself and your girlfriend without your girlfriend's permission to a random person on Snapchat. That is absolutely egregious behavior, and I do not know why D Baby took you back after 5 days. It seems like she is emotionally manipulated by you. She has been gaslit to the point where she feels like the best that she can do is be with Taylor. And, that's not right because anybody can do better than Taylor. D Baby, if by chance you watch this, you can do so much better than Taylor. He is treating you like a doormat. He sent explicit footage of you without your permission to a random person on the internet. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody that does that? And if you do, then you need to seek therapy because that's not the way to live your life. You deserve somebody that treats you with respect. And Taylor does not treat you with respect. Not one iota. You're just his caregiver at this point.
I understand what you're doing. Like you're going to try to you're now onto the portion where you're going to try to catch me in something that you think I'm going to be ashamed of. Here's the crazy part about me. I'm not ashamed of any of it.
no, I'm not trying
At
to
Welcome,
all.
catch
Jason.
anything. This is public knowledge, just like all of my stuff is public knowledge. All of your stuff is public
Absolutely.
knowledge as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. What
What else have I said
You've talked about
what else have I said that's hurt your fifis?
What'd you say?
What else have I said that's hurt your fifis?
No, I mean I don't care. Nothing's hurt my feelings. You're irrelevant to me. But
Taylor said you're irrelevant to me about 10 minutes after Alan said a similar thing. It's just like, well, you're irrelevant to me.
heck, I've talked about everything I want to talk about. If you talked about everything you want to talk about,
If I'm irrelevant, just asking, why did you come on?
because I honestly felt, because like I said, I've been making amends with several people around me, several people, and not even internet people, just people in regular life, people on the internet, like trying to be accountable. So I thought Alan, he has a lot to say about me.
Welcome in, Rapture. Good to see you. She deserves some blame for associating with him and allowing it. She's not exempt. Yeah, that is true. There is some blame we can apportion to her. You're definitely right there. But I think that she can do so much better. And her husband must have been an awful human being for her to decide that Taylor was the better option.
So I'll go on and have a conversation with him and talk to him about certain things, but you have it embedded in your mind that I'm a sociopath and that I'm just this horrible human being, and that's not manipulation. That's literally what you have said.
No,
So
I believe you're a sociopath and a horrible human being. That's not manipulation. You're right.
exactly. So at the
Exactly.
end of the day, I mean, I've said what I want to say.
Exactly. Yeah, piece of shit. Exactly. Anyway.
Well, I really haven't. You've talking over me a
Maybe
lot,
Debbie.
but at the end of the day, I've said what I want to. If you've said what you want to, it is what it is. I will say, I thought
It is what it is. We'll just have to agree to disagree. Good morning.
you would be more open
Maybe
to a
she's the awful
conversation,
person. Yeah.
but
We
I know
had one.
you think I'm very stuck in my ways, but you're also very stuck in your ways as well.
you're missing the point.
The objective truth is not being stuck in your ways. Being a narcissist and a sociopath for over a decade is more stuck in your ways, I would say.
Like the conversation we had, I asked you what I've said that you think is wrong. Nothing I've said that you brought up is actually wrong. Like
It is.
that's the thing. I don't know what I don't know what type of
Stuck in
conversation you thought we were
reality.
going to have. Like I said, we are not going to be singing "Kumbaya" at the end of the day.
No, I
But
didn't
you,
expect this to.
I have visually seen you and heard you purposely do horrible things. Okay, I I don't understand.
I think that Alan has spoken a fair bit over Tay, but at the end of the day, Tay is just going to spout some bullshit. So I don't think it really matters.
What you thought was going to happen here besides me telling you that I stand by what I make. I'm not, I don't, why would you possibly think I regret anything I make, or you could talk me different? I've told you what you can do. There's no reason at all whatsoever for anybody to give you any benefit of any doubt when you have done nothing to show people different. Nothing. You have done
Alan, open your mind.
nothing. There's no visual proof. There's no auditory proof. There's no proof that people should give you the benefit of the doubt over shit you've done before. If anything, watching this where you have said, I would apologize, but I don't know if people would believe me. Apologies are not done for people to believe you. Apologies are done for you to apologize to the person. It's more about the person, not you. That is very self-centered, just as I pointed out. This is what I was talking about. I understand that you thought maybe you were going to come on and change my mind about something, but I
I
don't
knew
speak
that was.
unless I'm sure. Okay, you're
I
saying
knew
I'm
that was.
closed-minded. I don't. What exactly do you think I should have opened my open? What do you think should have opened my mind? Let's get there. What do you think
What
should have opened my mind?
to me it like as I've said, I'm not gonna like. I'll say it one more time.
Fat man pull. He's getting that agitated fat man pull.
I'm not gonna say it again. I know the fucked up shit that I did in episode 9, right? 100%. I know it.
Taylor, it's not just episode 9. It's everything else you've done for the past 11 years. And even if we discount your childhood, everything you've done for the past 7 to 8 years. It's not just about the Diamond Dallas Page show. It's about literally everything else that you've done. I stop harping on about fucking change or die. It's just one small thing in a decade-long grift at this point. It was just fun because it was a television show. The fact that we saw him for what he actually is, and we see you for what you actually are the rest of the time too. Like you put on over £100 in a year, right? That is just some gargantuan amount of eating that you've done. And that's just, the DDP stuff is just the tip of the iceberg, mate. There's a whole fucking thing deep below the sea that we could start talking about.
But what, Alan? What are you gonna do? You're gonna hold that in your head. You're gonna hold that over my head for the rest of my life. That I'm a sociopath for that.
Yes.
Well,
You're a sociopath for everything else, Taylor, not just the DDP show.
I'd like to point out that it wasn't what you did in episode 9. You had done it for a long time. They just showed it in episode 9.
Yeah.
You had done it for months. They
That's.
showed it in episode 9. Just to point out.
I will say.
For
I will say.
for
I will say that's not true.
it didn't happen in episode 9. It was happening, and they just called you out on it.
Episode 9 was pretty much an addendum to the other 8 episodes because this whole thing was to talk about the success stories of the participants of Change or Die, right? But with Taylor, they dedicated like most of that episode 9 to Taylor because he had done so much shit to them. They had to have the time to talk about it. And I think it must have been an extremely cathartic experience for the Change or Die crew to actually talk about this because they obviously saw how he was portrayed and what he was like in the house in Change or Die, but none of us as viewers knew what Taylor was like behind the scenes. And they had to get it out there that he was a manipulative bastard. behind the scenes, hiding food in his bedroom and next to his toilet.
Okay,
That's
very
not
clear.
true, but okay.
That's
Oh,
not
so you're
true.
saying that happened in a week period of time?
I did, for the most part. I see. I can't talk on it, but I will say, see,
I can't talk on it. I can't talk on it. There's no NDAs. Episode 9, basically, we found out that Taylor was turning the production crew against each other. He was hiding fast food packets in his bedroom and toilet. He was manipulating his family for money. He was claiming that he wasn't being fed, and that's why he asked his cousin and his dad for money. Um, he also claimed that he was binging and purging, and there was no evidence of that whatsoever. He just everything came out that he was just lying.
this is the part. I can't speak on it, right? I can't speak on it, but I will say, to sit there and think that I did this for months and months and months. I was only there for 8 months.
Right. To say that this was going on for months and months and months, I was only there for 8 months. So you were there for 2/3 of the year, Taylor. That's a long time. Hiding trash in his underwear. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point, Latte.
I was only there for 8 months.
Yeah, it wasn't going on for months and months. It was only 8 months. Right.
Okay, so you're saying it happened in a week, is what I'm supposed to believe.
I didn't say that. You said this has been happening for months and months. So I don't know where you
Well,
get your information.
I
I don't.
8 months is from January to August. That is months and months. That is like 2/3 of the year.
I don't know where you
I,
get
I,
your information from, but if I'm only there 8 months and 6, 7 months into it, I weighed 397. It didn't happen for months.
Mhm.
Right. The thing is, though, you you could have still been doing that and been in a calorie deficit. Um, that that makes no sense.
Oh, you could have easily been manipulating people to hate each other, because that's what you were doing. That's what I'm talking about. You could have been manipulating these people to hate each other for months. It has nothing to do with your weight
That
at
you were
all.
literally just talking about my weight 20 minutes ago. So now you're
Yes,
trying to flip it.
because out. No. Don't do that, young man. I was talking about your weight in reference to I've seen you weigh 398 pounds, and you didn't weigh
I would
14
reference
pounds
you
heavier than
not
that.
call me young man because you're not gonna little boy me. So I'm a man. I'm not like I'm
No.
a man.
That was fine 40 minutes ago when Alan called him young man.
You're a man.
If I wanted to call you little boy, I'd call you little boy.
No, you wouldn't,
Okay,
because I would get
but
off of you.
you're a young man. Yes, I would, little boy.
All
What is
right,
wrong
see
with
you later.
you?
See ya.
What is wrong with you? We were on the internet.
That's
You
all
think
I need.
what is wrong with you? And there he goes. All right, let's do some Q&A.
So 40 minutes ago, it was okay for Alan to call Taylor young man, but after this public thrashing for over half an hour, Taylor's point was, yeah, don't call me young man.
Yes, he did call himself a kid about a half hour ago. I was going to use that before he rage quit.
Yeah, he called himself a kid. What exactly, pal? A fucking clown, man. So this is the rage quit. He went live straight after.
I understand a lot of people want to contact me. I'll be back on the hour. Okay. You want to text me? Text me. I will text you back. I just
shame, isn't it? So he didn't get what he wanted out of Alan, which was to change his mind. So he went on his own live and started crying and playing sad music. He needed to get glazed like a holiday ham. Exactly, Paolo.
Yeah, I thought young man was pretty respectful, by the way. Like because I'm old enough to be his father. So hang on, people are just busting in comments. I don't have time to answer all these before Instagram gets cut off, but let's see here. I'll answer questions. Come on over to YouTube. I'll answer questions about anything. Okay. See, saw that coming. How old is Tay? I believe he's 29 years old. He's a young man to me.
No, he's 25. 25, 26.
But again, I'm old enough to be his father. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with this young man was the most respectful he's given it.
I'll say thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you.
Like I honestly think that was pretty fucking,
Yeah,
pretty.
this was like the nicest I've seen Alan be in a debate. He needed an excuse to get out of that wig snatching he was receiving. Yeah.
Pretty respectful. To the people on Instagram, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Come on over on Facebook if you have a question, but this
He
is going
did
to cut
last
off
a
here in about
while,
9 minutes, somewhere around there.
but like he was literally sweating into his tank top. Like you could see the sweat accumulating, going down his tank top. Forehead was proper drenched. He was just, wow. He was losing so much water that he had to rehydrate himself. And you know for a fact that that DoorDash was on speed dial after his live ended.
Yeah, I knew it would happen eventually. He lasted a lot longer than I thought he was going to. I'm gonna be honest with that. Yeah, oh yeah, off the talk he goes to send people over here. That's right. It lasted longer than I thought it would also. 25, I think. Yeah, if he's 25, that's crazy young. Ask him why he has to weigh in on TikTok live and make it an event. Well, I mean, if he wants to do that, this is honestly, if he wants to do that, why not? He needs to make his bag somehow. Now, he did fake having cancer when he was like 13. I'm not going to bring up stuff from when he was 13 years old. That's just that I don't believe in that.
Speaking of Taylor, why does Obese to Beast not cover Taylor and only does Girl World? We watched a video on Sunday Smash of him covering a weight loss person. He alluded to Taylor like what, 5 times? John, make the video. All right? It doesn't matter if it makes you come across like being really critical. Taylor doesn't deserve for you to sit on the fence. Taylor is a grifter, and I'm hoping that we do get something from Obese to Beast because I think I value his opinion, and he's been very, very critical of Tay on his Instagram, right? So, John, Obese to Beast, make the jump, mate. Make the jump from the Instagram stories to the YouTube video. That's all I ask of you. Thank you.
Let's see. Helen crushed his soul.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing about stuff like this, and I honestly, people understand. Like, that's why at the very beginning of this, I did give him advice on how to lose weight, on how much hydration to get, on how he should conduct his day, on how many calories he should get. I mean, but the thing I saw is, and this some the people on people that have seen my content that are on Instagram right now, I did go light on. I went
Yeah.
very light on him. Like
Alan kind of played with kid gloves for a lot of that time. Did I see the Obese to Beast video on James Bowler? No, I haven't. No.
because there's not much to prove, but I think he was expecting, basically coddling because that's what he's gotten most of his life, and that's just not what's going to happen.
As we know, James Bowler's on a
got too
health
real
journey
for
now.
him.
How long will that
I
last?
think in
I
8
don't
months,
know.
someone could have lost a lot of weight in only eating 2,000 calories. That's the thing. Like, I mean, it's wild. And I was going to bring this up to him also, but when you claim you're eating 2,000
Thanks,
calories a
Easy.
day and not losing weight, like we watched you lose 100 and some pounds in 8 months. Like, it's not like you can't lose weight. Like reality exists. It's, you know, that's the bullshit about it. Exactly. Exactly. The biggest thing I wanted to point out, like, we're like, okay, I'm not.
Man, that made Tay look even worse than before. Yep. Like, if anybody sees this debate and they're unsure about Taylor Sowers, Tay Reid, it's definitely going to make them just get off that fence they're sitting on, for sure.
I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist. When I call him a sociopath, it's just because I've read the definition and I believe he fits it. I do read an awful lot of healthcare literature and studies because that is what I used to do for a living, and I know a damn fuck lot about the body. And I know a lot about human behavior because, again, I coach people with addiction. Which, by the way, if anybody's interested in coaching, oh shit. If anybody's interested in coaching, while I got everybody on here, here's our coaching links. This is daily communication, weekly video conferences.
Hence why I believed he doxed himself. Yeah, I 100% think that Tay doxed himself to get the heat off this. Because it happened, what, an hour? An hour after? The doxing happened 1 hour after this debate. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That's Taylor trying to mitigate the damage.
No, we don't farm it out to anybody. It's my wife and I. We are a team of two. She is the boss. That's why I'm the MFing COO as a chief operating officer. She's the CEO. See, I hope not. Like, over under 1 year till
Over under 1 year till he dies. Well, that's a bit pessimistic. I think he'll last a while. I think he'll last at least till 35, I would say. But the way his weight fluctuates and the way he doesn't give a shit, it's just, yeah. If he doesn't do something soon, I mean, Taylor's legs are already purple. So, you know, if you look at that, he's 25 and his legs are purple. Yeah, it's quite likely that a lot of things are going to start happening very soon.
he dies. I hope not. I hope he I hope everybody, no matter how sociopathic they are, that change their life around and escape morbid obesity. I really do.
Are you on it, Latte?
I didn't bring it up. Just I mean, and again, I'm not gonna let this go past that. I did not bring up the cancer as a kid. He was 13 years old. I'm not gonna. I wanted to talk about what the things that he thought I was wrong about, which I was wrong about nothing. Which, by the way, I'm sure that Jesse James is probably watching this or he's going to watch this. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. That's all I got to say. Don't be dumb.
His legs are purple, yeah.
I do think you're a piece of shit.
I don't understand the non-urgency these very obese have. Yeah, I think it does take like a wake-up call. I mean, for me, you know, I was extremely depressed and I didn't give a shit at the point where I just didn't care whether I'd be around or not, if you know what I mean, whether I woke up or not the day after. So it really, sometimes you really do need a sea change in order to actually just think, you know, life's worth living. You know? Yeah, Tay faked having leukemia age 13 because he got sympathy when his grandparents died of it. Yeah, exactly. He saw that and saw the prime opportunity to get sympathy. The boy even shaved his head. That's how much he leaned into it.
I very much do. But don't be dumb. Stay in your little fucking ass bubble.
Nice, Latte. And did you find his program really useful?
This is why they don't step to online for online debate. I am quite the asshole. It's hard to, you know. Dude, that was
Yes, I
amazing.
know. Really true.
Tried to flip it around and on you and terrible. Yep, I know. So do I think you talked him into changing anything? Nope. Nothing.
This is like it's going to be business as usual in the Tay household. This will be like nothing. It was actually good. Nice.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
Great big
He,
boggle.
he wasn't ready to accept the shit he's done wrong anyway. Like, I work with a lot of food addicts. I work with a lot of people. The biggest step, the hardest step, the step that everybody needs to really take is they need to accept the fact that they have the addiction and they need to treat it like it's an addiction. He does not. Like I think that he views everybody else as how they can function around him, you know? And
Yeah, true narc style.
again, that's why I bring up the sociopath thing, because in my opinion, that's what they do. Like everything in his world is for him, you know? Oh, I'm sure somebody said he started a live on TikTok and there's people defending him. I'm sure. I'm sure. He's probably taking donations too, which is good. Good for him.
Tap that screen. I'm really sad. Good morning. Taylor's even worse off than Ethan too, considering the height. I think the equivalent is if Ethan was 750. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Taylor's 464 at the very least, 5'2". So if you stretch that out to 6'2", that's like, yeah, you got to be looking at over 700 pounds, right?
I honestly don't care about these people,
Accountability. Yeah.
but except if they need to lose weight, I'd help anybody except for Tay.
The blacklist.
Yeah, he did. He lasted longer than I thought he would too. I thought I was pretty respectful. I didn't name call. I did nothing. I guarantee you I had 1,000 jokes. I guarantee it. And I didn't fucking say it.
Yeah, because I think saying hee fatty fatty fat fat would have negated the arguments a lot, I think. Every inch of height allows another 7 pounds.
Would have been nice
Dan, does that sound like a man who had all he can eat? No.
about him making mention to the DoorDash drivers that were probably fired. I forgot all about that stuff.
Welcome in, Kat. Good to see you. This is weird to see Alan being even somewhat nice. He's usually really harsh and swears to people. I think that Alan realised that Taylor was going to rage quit at some point. So he wanted to get enough out of him before, well, at the end, I think actually Taylor rage quit himself. Like, because Alan said young man at the beginning of this live, and then 40 minutes into it, he was like, young man. I said, oh, you call me young man? You think I'm a boy? Yeah, I do. I think you're a boy. Yeah. Boy world. Diddle it. So there you go. I think Alan had to play with kid gloves here in order to keep him on the panel for as long as possible.
You're better than I ever could. Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate it. Can you come back on the program, Tony? Send me a message on Instagram, and we will absolutely. I take back anybody. I will. There is like I won't work with Amberlyn Reed, Foodie Beauty, and Tay Tay. That
Welcome in, love. Good to see you. Did you sleep well?
that is the exclusive list. I actually have quite a few people that are in our coaching program right now that fucking hated me up until a little bit ago. So, but yes,
He's all boy.
I just I just don't get nutrition like he does.
Gives me a lot more respect for Alan than I ever had before, actually. That's fair. How did Taylor even get DoorDash into the DDP house? Did he tell them to hide it in the bushes? Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I obviously it was an accountability house, so I don't think that DDP lived there. But there should have been cameras, right? And things like that. Oh yeah, I slept well, thanks, love. Can't wait to see the QLR collab. Oh, can you imagine Alan Roberts versus Quirky Love Rosie? I think Quirky Love Rosie needs to be added to that list.
Why didn't you bring up Shea's retirement money? Because he would just say it was a joke or something like that. There was plenty to go off of on what we had going on right there. I mean,
Yeah, Taylor said on a live that when he was talking about an old lady, he said that she has retirement money. That's not a normal thing to say. That's such a weird fucking thing to say. Almost sociopathic.
I mean, absolutely funny.
Where there's a Will, there's a Kelly.
Thank you much.
Yeah. One thing as well, Smash, was that he stayed there after the show was over. DDP was so hopeful that he would change that he like gave uh he helped Tay with like an internship or something. Um so obviously, everything he was getting paid, he was working with the crew, he was living in this house, so he had it all, right? But his brain was like, I'm just going to manipulate everyone. I don't give a shit about anyone else. He thought he was cocky enough to think that he wouldn't get caught. And I think that's what it is. His own hubris got to him.
So thank you very much.
True, Debbie.
Yeah. Imagine being offended by being called young man. I call a lot of people young man. Like shit, I fucking call Rufus young man in our DMs, and he's because he's younger than me. I'm fucking ancient. I learned to count with pebbles in the fucking sun and this fucking the solar clock and shit. Ask anybody. I'm super old.
I mean, to be fair, he's only 55. It's not that old. Old compared to Tay, I guess. So, yeah, we're going to be hearing from people in the comments saying that Taylor's making shit up, saying that he wanted to stay. He wanted to stay at the live, but we clearly saw him lean in and go, right, that's all I needed. Bye.
Already on TikTok Live making shit up. Good. They can come watch it. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be up on everywhere. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be up on. And I think it's actually about to cut off on whatchamacallit on Instagram. So on Instagram, just so you guys know, if you want to ask any more questions, I'm going to be on for about another 15, 20 minutes. You got to come to YouTube. But Instagram Live, getting shut off right now. But all right, sorry about that, Instagram.
Do you think that Taylor will ever do another debate ever again? I think no.
Sometimes you need tough love and the truth. I mean, that's reality. Oh, I wouldn't work with Will Kelly either. No, I'm sorry. That's 4. Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah, no Will Kelly. I mean, to be fair, Will Kelly has quit his weight loss journey, so I don't think there's any danger anymore.
Also, want to watch Change or Die, which, by the way, watch Change or Die on Tubi. Watch the entire season and watch it.
If you don't have access to Tubi, because I know in the UK, it is not on Tubi. It's on, I think it's on a place called, I think that's where I found it, Foursome, something like that. I think that's what it's called. I could be misspelling it, but the first 7 episodes are on DDP's own channel. I think that's how we watched them, and then I found the other 2 episodes on Foursome. Or you could VPN to the US and find it on Tubi. But if you're not in the US, Foursome's the place to go.
Episode 9. Make sure you watch it. But yes, episode 9 came and I was like, "Holy fuck, what is wrong with him?"
Foreskin,
It's
yeah.
sociopathic.
Please don't type foreskin Taylor Sowers.
It truly is. It's fucking in goddamn sane. Nobody can tell me any different. Nobody can tell me any different. It is sociopathic. It is insane. Oh yeah, he was looking for an excuse to run for a while. Like about halfway through, he was looking for an excuse to run.
When that sweat was coming down, he was like, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? And then he started like, if you know the thing. I have a thing of yogurt, and if you, me, I, you, them, when we do thing, you go there. So he was trying to make words up for like 10 minutes, literally onion on the belt style, like literally making shit up just to fill time, to try and get a point across that never came across.
I'm 38 and get called young man. I am 55 years old. I will call anybody young man I want to fucking call young man.
Yeah, latte, definitely.
Is he actually crying? Is he crying for real?
Yeah. One single solitary tear.
I understand a lot of people want to contact me. I'll be back.
Not very healthy, no. Not very cash money.
Is he on TikTok actually crying?
Yes.
Like physically?
Yes.
Like, is he whining or is he crying?
Crying.
If he's crying tears, that is fucking so manipulative. It's insane. I thought I didn't matter. If he's
Ellen, you are so irrelevant to me. I'm gonna cry about the debate we just had. He's crying because Alan's a meanie, Paolo. That's why. I've seen more convincing performances from Q a lot. I know, right? Taylor's voice when Alan had him on the ropes. I know. He was like, meh, meh.
crying and whining about it, I thought I didn't matter. I thought I was irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Didn't he say that towards the end? I'm irrelevant.
Yeah.
Funny.
Alan is the meanie poo poo head.
Funny, funny,
Pass
funny.
it on. Zero empathy. Zero empathy apart from all the people that he's helped lose weight over a decade. Fuck you.
Thank you very much, folks. I clicked on you to watch 20 seconds before you left. I'm sorry. Rewatch the whole thing, please.
Mad in it.
So I was saying I had an agenda. What agenda?
Oh, Taylor said that Alan had an agenda. If you can call the truth an agenda, I guess. Yeah, if Taylor stops telling the truth, if Taylor starts telling the truth, he will have no income because it's basically just going to be him weighing up and down like the same pound every week.
Like what agenda?
Your truthful agenda.
I didn't say anything I haven't said before. Like, I just reiterated that I think he's a fucking crazy, psychopathic, fucking manipulative person that lies a lot.
You can't go around telling the truth. Yeah? Stop telling the truth about Taylor. That's really rude.
I didn't say anything I haven't said before.
Yeah, exactly, Zebs. I'm sure after the after his live, Taylor went and ordered a bus full of food and paid some girl online to tell him he's marvelous. Yep. And then pretended that the DoorDash didn't arrive so he could get all the money back. Do 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 do. We need
Yeah, that's very
Gillian.
likely.
We need Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny on this case about Taylor. Calling out shit's bad. Okay. True. He just needed an escape route, Cat. That's all it was. Because at the beginning of the live, Alan called him young man and there was no issue. Taylor called himself a kid, there was no issue. 30 minutes into a severe battering verbally at the hands of Alan, he decided he'd had enough. And that was the out that he needed to, get out of the live and then call Alan a meanie on another platform.
Okay, so I stand corrected. And I keep using it, but I agree. I agree very much. I agree.
A sociopath has a conscience and suppresses feelings of guilt when they hurt others. A psychopath doesn't have feelings or guilt or empathy. Psychopath. So this person believes that Taylor's a psychopath, and by that definition, probably right.
He said he tried to stay.
No,
You can clearly see him leaning forward and leaving.
he was
He
like,
tried to stay.
That's
can
all
redo
I
it right now.
need. That's all I need. Mad in it. Like we've seen the objective truth for a full hour, and he goes onto his platform saying, I did this, I did that. None of this ever happened. And then he started crying.
Tried to stay. What a liar. You can visibly see him lean in and fucking leave. What a liar. Oh my God. You want people to believe you're not a liar. Why lie now? Why lie? It's just more lies upon lies. Anyway, folks, I am going to get going.
No, I think that Tay wanted the out. I think that Alan would have happily debated for another half hour, but Taylor just couldn't think of any more excuses. And there's only so many times you can say agree to disagree when you're talking about science and fact.
I'm going to spend some time with my lovely wife, and we are going to talk to our coaching clients. And oh my God, wait, hang on. Confirmed. He's crying and playing sad boy breakup country music.
Now I can't love my sister the way I used to. Anyway, there you go.
Ah, well played, Grifter. Well played. Well played. Played. So I'm happy that everybody saw this because here's the thing: I'm
Mm,
not trying to come across as the mean guy, but I'm certainly not going to fucking kiss somebody's ass when they are clearly trying to bullshit. I think everybody realizes that I kind of just stayed to what I was saying. I wasn't going to let him twist words or be
theatrics,
manipulative.
yeah.
And in reality, he, without realizing it, admitted it multiple times, and I was happy to point it out to him that he, in fact, kind of admitted that he is, got some screws loose and just kind of a manipulator. So
He does have some screws loose. And the screws are probably loose on that chair as well, so he needs to be careful.
he was definitely looking for a way out. Do you guys think I did the right thing by leaving?
Huh?
You
Break-up
can
country
stay.
music. Yeah.
I just don't know where. I mean, where do you think it was going to go? You would never call me boy. Like, okay, little boy. It's words on the internet. It's words.
On what basis is Tay crying for sympathy? He's saying because Alan didn't treat him like the demigod that he thinks he is in his own mind, I guess.
I'm sorry, but I was extremely respectful to him for most of it. I'm sure I was.
It's crazy. Crazy. Little boy blue lips. Little boy purple legs. Purple legs. Purple legs.
Yeah, that's it.
Ow.
It was very respectful. Exactly.
This is what it feels like when boys grift.
Yeah, this is it.
See, if you will, a picture of Taylor with slimming filters on. He claims he weighed 5'6'7", and the grift goes on and on. Dee, 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 dee. Sorry about that.
I mean, he thought he would explain himself, and I would just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's right, yeah, okay."
Open your mind.
Man, thank you very much. Love working with you too. Accountability will always feel like an attack on an addict. Yep, exactly. Well said, Brittany. Well said.
Accountability will always feel like attack on an addict who can't admit that they're an addict. Young man isn't able to change, so everything hurts the fifis. True. Oh, sorry, love. Taylor had to go find people who were saying boo earns. Exactly. Yeah. Like 20 Hans Molmans in the chat. Food addiction has ruined my life. I'm 25 years old.
All right, all right. Okay, listen, folks. I gotta run. Josh, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night, buddy. Try to stay as the new. I ate 2,300 calories a day. That's funny. James makes me laugh.
I know. And if I make you laugh, you should like the stream and share it. And subscribe.
Exactly. We have eyes.
I was saying birds. I think that's all we have. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, he literally called himself a kid at the start of the show. I know.
He did call himself a kid, yeah.
It was just an excuse for him to leave. Okay, old man. I'm an old man. Fucking for real. I'm in really good shape for an old man, but I'm an old man.
For real, no cap. Thumbs up, Ray Ray. Thank you.
And I'm about to get off here, but Daniel. Oh,
there we go. So that's pretty much the live. I think that was like in my experience of Boy World, that is like the best thing I have seen in a long time. Because how the hell did Taylor think he could look good in that? Like, honestly, crazy. So this was a TikTok post from Taylor. He's saying, I've healed. I've owned my mistakes, faced the parts of myself I needed to change, and made peace with who I used to be. If you still want to make me the villain, you can. And he imagines himself as a Lion King with the crown, and there's like lots of masks falling. And he posted it an hour ago at this point. Well, not an hour ago now, an hour ago from this. And he got 9 likes on it. So, yeah, I believe you. 9 people wouldn't. So yeah, this poor young man was verbally eviscerated by Alan Roberts. He did turn up and he stayed, yeah. AI slop, yes. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the Taylor Sowersy thingy bobs. Yes. I think that's all I've got time for, actually. I think we can save the Obese to Beast video for Saturday. So I've got things I want to be doing now. So yes, thank you all very much for being here. Yeah, Taylor is furious. Yeah, very much so. Let's end the poll. So, does Taylor disobey the laws of thermodynamics? 50% of you say yes, and 50% of you say no. So we're very split on whether Taylor is a medical anomaly or not, which is it's incredible, really, when you think about it. So yes, it's been a wonderful stream. Thank you all so much for being so kind and for yeah, just listening to me go off, to be honest. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll do something. So yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day or a wonderful night or a wonderful afternoon, whatever or wherever you are in the world. And I shall speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.